Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. I am back in the building, and this is sort of like a combo haul today because I have stuff that I brought back with me from CES, and I have some stuff back here that people have sent me, some brands have sent me. So I'll get to those in just a few. Shout out to whoever's in the building. I see a comment from Kia Too Technical says, "What up?" Shout out to Kia. Shout out to Pedro in the building. Says, "Hi Larry, how are you feeling?" You know, I'm starting to feel a bit better here. I've been coughing and all that. You know, when you get sick, you start coughing and you get all that phlegm and mucus and crap. It's kind of nasty, and I feel like my lungs are starting to clear up a bit. So, but I have been, I did go into work once this week and shoot something, and then I've been working from home, so it's not like I had to get up and head out into the freezing, frozen tundra, which has been good. But yeah, it's tough when you get sick and you have to work because your energy level gets really low, and it can be kind of tough to do your thing. But yeah. So, anyways, I am I am back from CES, and it took me a little while to get back to where I felt like I could actually film. As you can hear, my voice is still shot. I have been coughing a lot over the last week or so, and it's been like this deep, raspy, harsh cough, and I think my voice, as a consequence, has just been completely blown out, and so it's still pretty raspy here. But I went to CES. CES was fun. It's always interesting to see all the cool tech that they have there. It felt smaller this year for whatever reason. I think maybe it was smaller. I feel like they used to have it at like the Mandalay Bay and at the convention center and at like I think at the Venetians. I feel like there was like 3 or 4 different locations. I felt like there was only like really 2 big ones this year. But yeah, I mean, there was still interesting stuff. I got to meet with some of the brands I wanted to meet with, and so some people sent me home with a few products. Some people said they were going to send stuff later. In years past, I've come home with a lot of stuff. Like there's been some years where brands were really, really generous, and they were like, here, just take this, take that. And I noticed on the last day, usually on the last day, people are far more generous than they are because they're just trying to get rid of stuff. And oftentimes they ship stuff out there and they're not trying to ship it home. And so they're just like, here, take it, have a good time with it, do a review, whatever, I don't know. So, but I didn't stay the last day. Well, I was there the last day, but my flight was at like noon. And so basically I just got up in the morning and headed to the airport, and then I was out. So I didn't really get to go to the showroom floor or anything on the last day. But nonetheless, I did bring some stuff home. I feel like last year when I went, I didn't bring as much stuff home either. And part of that was because nowadays they charge you for the extra baggage. And so it used to be if I went out there, I would bring an extra suitcase or something, or if I got too much stuff, I can just grab an extra bag from a store somewhere, and then I can either carry it on, or I can check the bag and take it home. Now it costs extra money to do that, and so I'm like, yeah, just send it to me. It's all good. So some stuff will come in later, and we'll see what we get. So, anyways, first off, let me give a shout out to a few more people in the house. Looks like Big Tim Windsor's in the building. He says, "Brother Larry and the whole family." I love it. And he called it out, so let's give it to you.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. We don't have friends here. We have family. The whole family. I love it. I love it. All right. All right. Let's get this thing crack-a-lacking. If you happen to be out there watching, drop me a comment in the comment section so I can give you a quick shout out. Say what up to you if you're in there watching. But let me just go through some of the little knickknacks first, and then we'll get through this. So this is from I think this is from Hollyland. Oh no, this is from Hyperkin. Hyperkin, they make gaming controllers and stuff. They gave me a little yo-yo. There was like a little gift bag they gave me with a few things, and they gave me a little yo-yo. So there it is. I'm gonna throw some of the little knickknacks off to the side. I'm gonna go over the like regular, like full box products. A little pin here that somebody gave me. It's like half, like the tip is like a rubber thing for like a stylus, and the other part's just like a regular pin. So set that over there. And I think this again is from Hypercan again. It's just a little pin. It's a little pin that you can wear. It's like in the shape of like a gaming controller. So kind of cool for for the gamers out there in the world. And let's see here. I don't know what these things are. These things, I feel like they came with something that I have in here, but I don't remember exactly what it is and what it's for. But let me see if I can open this up and see and tell you. Yeah, it's like these little doohickeys. I'm not exactly sure what they are. I kind of remember somebody telling me what these things were when they had them, but I don't remember. If I figure it out, I'll see if I can let you guys know. But off the top of my head, I don't really remember what it is, and I don't even remember what brand it was that they came with. Now this came from Torres, and they sent me home with a phone case. Actually, they sent me home with a phone case and this portable air conditioner, which I'll touch on later. But this thing is kind of cool. It's a little bottle opener, and yeah, it's got like little phones inside that shake. So it's just kind of a fun little thing there. You can put it on your keychain, and this is a bottle opener, so if you need that. So yeah. Let's see. This little doohickey here is from Vasco. Vasco also sent me home with the Vasco Translator Q1. It's a little. I shouldn't even say a little. It's a very nice sort of like robust standalone translator that you can use. It actually comes with a built-in cellular service that has a lifetime service, which is nice. So you buy the device and you don't have to pay for the service. So sometimes if you travel and you go to, I don't know, let's say you go to Bolivia or China or someplace, and if you have the language pack downloaded to your phone, maybe that works. But if not, and you're trying to talk to somebody, then you may incur data costs using the translation app. Whereas when you have something like this Vasco device, because they have agreements in every country with multiple carriers, you can use it and you're not going to incur any costs because you've already paid for the device with the included service. So, oh, it looks like they gave me some candies here. So there you go. Very nice. So I'll put those in there. I guess I'll have to eat those later at some point. So, all right. And let's see here. What else do we get? This is a company called Enos. It says it's Japan's #1 oil company. And they had this cool thing. It was in one of my, I showed it's like a server cooling device. And I showed it in one of my videos, but it's kind of cool where you actually, it's like they're designed for AI data centers and such. Well, I guess it could be any data center, but I guess when the lady mentioned it, she said AI data centers. But you basically have the server submerged in oil. And instead of having to have, I think it was oil, maybe it was maybe it was a synthetic oil solution. I don't know. Anyways, it was submerged. And so instead of having to use water to pump in to constantly cool these servers, the server stays cool because it's already submerged in this stuff. So she said it works. It's very safe. It's just trying to convince people to put their very, very, very expensive servers submerged under a liquid. And so I think the problem might be too is that if you have a problem with one of those servers, now you have to bring it up out of there. And I don't know how they manage, the drying and all that stuff so that the devices can be serviced. But I think this thing here I think it's just a little towel that they said that it was. I don't know. But I wasn't familiar with the company when I when I talked to him, I asked him because I thought it said Ineos, and I was like, "Is this Ineos like the company that has the cycling team?" And they said, "Oh no, that's a different company." So anyway, it's just a little towel. Yeah, it's like a little hand towel of some sort. So you know, people give out all kinds of stuff when they're for these giveaways that they have, the little sort of takeaways they give people. So this one is from a company called J5 Create, and they just gave me a little USB-C to USB-C cable. So it says, "Bring your tomorrow's technology today." And so, you know, I mean, I have 1,001 USB-C cables. And, you know, this one looks like it's nice. I was like, yeah, I'll take this one. Because the guy was like, "You want it?" I said, "Sure, I'll take it." Because, you know, one, I like the fact that it has the little cinch on here, which keeps it together. I like the fact that it's orange, so it's very easy to keep track of. So, like, if I'm looking for it in my bag, I can see it very easily. I think it's actually a fast cable, too. I think it's going to carry a lot of data. So if I'm trying to charge something really fast or trying to transfer data, I think this is going to be a solid cable. So big ups to them with J5 Create. And then I got a few hats and such. So there's a company called XBot Go. I don't really know much about them, but they're called XBot Go. Let's see if I can find them online. XBot Go. I'm not sure what. Oh, that's right. Wait. Is this what I'm thinking of? Excuse me. So I told you guys, still getting over this cold. So, yeah. So XBot Go has this. Bypass allowance. Okay. So XBot Go has these cameras that you can use. So like this one's XBot Go Falcon, and they have some other cameras in here. Let's see if I can find one of their other cameras. Let's see, but you can basically set it up, and they have ones that will automatically track athletes, and it has AI editors built in, game modes, and all kinds of stuff. So it seems like it's really designed for teams to use so that they can film games and analyze the footage later. So yeah, but that's that there. Let's see if we hit products. You can see that's the Falcon, and then you have the Chameleon right here, and you can set the Chameleon on there, and this one has the AI tracking, so it can track different athletes and stuff. It's hands-free as it goes, and you can film with your I believe you can film with your phone and other stuff too. So yeah, or maybe this one films with your phone, and this is just the AI tracking part of it. So anyways, they had some cool devices there, and but yeah, anyways, they gave me a hat. And then this one's from John Deere. John Deere, you know, normally they have the green John Deere hats, and normally I get a John Deere hat every year. And as you guys may know, my family, my in-laws own a cattle ranch, and so there's other ranchers in the area, and they often have John Deere tractors. And so I used to try and bring back one of the John Deere hats to them, or a Caterpillar hat or something. And when I went over to get one of the green hats, the first day, they had already given them all out. They were like, "Sorry, we don't have any more for today. You have to come back tomorrow." So I came back the next day, and they were out of all the green ones, and so they were giving away the construction hats, as they call them, which is like this black and gray hat with the yellow or gold John Deere. So yeah. Anyway, so that's John Deere, and I did show some of their stuff on there on the video, so you can check that out. And this one is another hat. This one's from J5. And again, this is from J5 Create. It says Connected Future. Kind of a fun looking little logo on there. And to be honest with you, sometimes there's so many brands, I forget what some of the people do. And the best way is to just look them up. And here we go, J5. And let's see, let's choose United States. And let me bring you guys in. Excuse me. So here we go. We have this one's a mini docking station. It says connect from all sides, games with no limit. This is a docking station for the Switch 2 and the Steam Deck. Um, let's see what else is there. So it's another port. It's flexible ports, but this one is a USB-C, HDMI hub. This one's it says multiple. It's a power brick there, some cables, a webcam, and another webcam there. So and you can see different stuff that they have available. So these are new arrivals. So um, you have hubs and wireless dongles and more hubs and more wireless dongles and folding charging stations and all kinds of stuff. So um, it's funny because these are like they have power banks too. I think they might have a power bank that I liked, but it's interesting because they make those kind of products that are they're not the most exciting, I think, that most people think about, but they're products that you end up kind of needing in your everyday life, and so it's nice to have them when when they become available. So, anyways, that's J5 and J5 creates, and then this company called Free Pick. They gave me this nice hoodie. It's a really nice hoodie too. It is. It's nice. It's nice and thick. It says on the front. It says send nodes, and so it's funny. A guy when I was there, he was changing the O on here to a U. He blacked out the top part of the O to make it look like a U. But this is from Free Pick, and Free Pick does AI stuff. So let me see if I can show you guys. It's a company that they do AI. It's like AI video generation. I think they do photo generation too. But you can see here how it is. You can create all kinds of cool stuff. But you can use different use different AI platforms with them, and you can get started for free to test it out and see how you like it. So it looks like they do images, they do video, they do audio, they do illustrations, they have design, and then all the AI tools that are there that you can use. And they use all kinds of different stuff from like Nana Banana and Kling and all kinds of different AI options there for you all in one place, which is kind of nice. And but you can see like they have the Google VO, Kling AI, Minimax, Halo, I think they're Halio, Pixverse, Runway, ByteDance Seed. So they have all kinds of stuff on there that you can use. So, but they gave me a code. They gave me a code that I could use. They said, hey, this is a code we're giving out at CES. You can try it out. They were like, it's going to give you like 8,000 credits or something. They're like, it's more than enough to really get you going and try things out. And so I said, all right, great. So then I guess I should have went ahead and used the code or loaded up the code when I was at CES, because when I got home and tried to load the code, it didn't work. And so I tried to message the guys that I spoke to and was like, hey, you guys gave me a code at CES. It's not working. I never heard back from them, so I haven't tried the service. So it looks like it's pretty cool. When they did a demo for me at the show, it was pretty cool. So, all right, this is another T-shirt that I got from. I don't remember who gave me this shirt. I don't remember who it's from, but it feels nice and thick. It feels heavy. It's like there was some quality stuff. It says Burasura Tamba Drama. I'm not sure what that is. But this is from, let's see, is there something on here? Oh, Infinix. This is Infinix. They make cell phones. So they gave me this kind of cool T-shirt here. I like T-shirts and stuff that are nice quality. Like this feels really, really nice. Like it's thick and it feels like it's gonna last. So yeah. But Infinix is cool. They have all kinds of nice cell phones in there. Let me see if I can pull them up for you. Let me see. Let's go ahead and pull up their global thing. And here we go. So there you go. You can see some of their stuff like the Note Edge here. Let's see. This one shows the GT30. Let's see. This one looks like this is one of their tablets here with a nice keyboard on there. This one is ultra thin, the Hot 60 Pro. Very nice. I like some of these thin phones. I wasn't really all about them early, but I'm kind of digging these super thin phones now. They look kind of cool. So, and then this one's the GT30 Pro. So they do have some very, very nice phones. And I believe they have a lot of stuff that's for pretty much every budget. So depending on what you have to spend and the features that you want, I think you can get some really nice phones from them. So, yeah. Anyways, that was where the t-shirt was from. But I did get some other stuff like, let's see here. Some other stuff. Vasco sent me home with a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, which I always appreciate because you can never, ever have enough power. I guess you could have enough power, technically, I guess, but you're always using power. So let's see. It looks like, oh, what's in here? Let's find out. No, so we're gonna get the. It looks like it's gonna come with some, I guess, with the user manual. Oops. It's gonna have a little quick start guide there if you need that. I guess a full user manual or something in there. This is gonna be declaration of conformity. I'm not exactly sure what that's about. And then a USB-A to USB-C cable. And then here is the here's the power bank. And yeah, this is nice. It feels good. It's got sort of like a soft material. It's like sort of a soft texture on there. There is a power button right here. And I don't know if there's any lights on here that let you know this thing is on or not. Let's see if there's any lights. Oh yeah, there we go. You may see that there's a little LCD screen. Let's see if we can get that in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little LCD screen that's showing the power percentage. There we go. And then you see there's a USB-A and a USB-C port on the front. And there's a USB-C port on the side. And that's pretty much it. So you have 3 ports. We have one USB-A and one USB-C. This one says it says in and out. It's PD 20 watts. So it's a 20 watt in and out. On the side, on the side it's actually micro USB. And it's in. So they have a micro USB in and you have a USB-C in. So if you needed to charge this, I guess, and you needed to use it at the same time, I guess you could use the micro USB to charge it while you have your other devices plugged into it. So yeah, nice. All right. I mean, I'm always down for a power bank because, I mean, who doesn't need a nice power bank? So I don't know. Let's see. Let's open that up. Let me see if that's let me see if they even have this on their website, because I didn't even know that Vasco made power banks, because I always think of them as the translator company. So let's go ahead and bring them up. So here we go. All right. Here we have it. It says talk like a native in 54 languages with your unique voice. And this is showing the translator Q1. The nice thing about this one is too, and I'll get to it, but one of the nice features they mentioned is that you can actually record your voice onto the device, and then when you translate, it actually uses your voice. So instead of having it sound like some standard or robotic voice, it's actually going to sound like you, which I thought was very cool. So let's see. Let's hit the shop button. So that's the Q1 translator. That's one they sent me home with. They have the Vasco Translator E1. Those are the earbud ones. They have the V4, the Phantom Black E1, and then there's a number of different ones. Yeah, I don't see a power bank on there. So the power bank must be like a special thing that's just like a promotional product. Oh, well, let me see. Hold on. I see accessories, and I see the cases, screen protector, and I guess you can buy pronunciation packs. So if you need a Bulgarian, Hebrew, or Croatian pronunciation pack, you can pay for those. Something I won't be doing, but there's that. And then if we hit all products, I guess we can come here and see everything that they have for sale. So, all right. Well, that is that's Vasco. Actually, let me go ahead and show you. So this is the Vasco Q1, the translator Q1. And as we can see here, it says the only automatic translator with voice cloning technology, phone call translation, and hands-free mode. So it says free data for translation, lifetime access in nearly 200 countries. It says Vasco, my voice, talk like a native, 54 language with a digital version of your voice. And it says call translator that function translates calls in real time in 53 languages. It says automatic mode, enjoy a conversation without worrying about buttons. It says photo translator, so you can translate menus, timetables, or documents in 113 languages. And it says voice translator, enjoy the freedom of conversation in 86 languages. And then it says text translator, translate text written in 108 languages. And it says voice selection, choose between male or female translator voice. So, and there's a couple of different colors. You can get it at Phantom Black, Slate Blue, Mystic Plum, or Scarlet Pulse. So whichever one fits your style. And right now it shows that it is $549. So now that is a little bit pricey, but if you consider the fact that you have the cell service that comes with this, so that you don't have to worry about actually paying for separate service, because there were some translators that people had sent me, and they were good for a while. Like they would give you like 30 days, 60 days. Some people even gave you like a year of service. But then after that, you had to pay to continue on. So if you bought a device, say for $200 or something, and then you no longer had access to the SIM, then you had to pay for the SIM again. And one of those companies, I don't remember who it was, one of those companies, they had it though, where you had to pay for the SIM service and for the data service. And the price of the data service was so much that it was cheaper to just buy a brand new device and get another free year of service with the new device. So I'm happy to see that they're just basically saying like, hey, you get this and you're going to get free data for translation with lifetime access in nearly 200 countries, because that means you don't ever have to worry about this again. So it's like you don't have to worry about it. You can simply take it with you if you go to China, or you go to Japan, or you go to Indonesia, or to Peru, or to Lithuania. It doesn't matter. You can take this with you and it's going to work. So that's pretty cool. I like that about this device. And it looks pretty nice. I mean, it does. It looks pretty doggone nice. And let's see here. So it looks like there's just a few buttons on the side. I'm going to do an unboxing of it later, so I'll leave it as is. You can see there is a camera on the back, and that is because, like they said, you can use this to translate documents or photos. So you could take a photo of a street sign or a menu, or if somebody's trying to get you to, maybe you get pulled over and get stopped by the police and they're trying to get you to sign something, you can take a picture of it and have it translated so you understand what it is you're signing. And that's very nice. You can see there's a USB-C port on the bottom, so you can charge this thing up. And yeah, it looks like a very nice, oh, maybe this is the USB, oh, maybe that looks like a USB-A port right there. So maybe there's more than one port. So, and there's speakers there on the bottom as well. This looks like a hole, so you can put a lanyard on there. It looks like a very nice, robust device. So you can see there you have your you have a strap that you can put in there, the wrist strap for your wrist strap for that you put in that hole there, and then you have the USB-C charging cable. So, and that looks like everything you're going to get inside the box there. So very nice. I'm digging it. I like that a lot. So, all right, let's keep this thing moving. Let's see, do we still have, oh, look at that. We have a few more people in the house. We have a few more. Mark Guides in the building says, hey, my brother Larry and the gang, shout out. Big ups to Mark Guy in the house. I see you. And shout out to Kia 2 Technical in the building. Kia, you're gonna have to reach out to these people. I brought back some business cards. I know you had asked about putting a good word in with you for some of these brands. So I do actually have a whole. Where's it at? Let me see. I actually have a whole stack of business cards that I brought back with me. So, I'll have to get in contact with you after so that we can coordinate and I can try and get some of those contacts to you. I think I inputted most of them. I think I might be able to like export the whole list out to you. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyways, here's some other little knickknacks somebody gave me. I think this thing is supposed to light up, but it's from McChoose, I think it says McChoose, but this thing is supposed to light up, but it doesn't seem to light up at all. I don't think it is. And if it doesn't light up, I don't know what this thing is supposed to do. But yeah, I think if I push it too hard, I might break it or something. So I don't know. It's a little keychain. So anyways, all right. Let's see. Key to this. I was just saying I need to reach out to them because that actually looks pretty good and useful. Yeah, it does look like it would be pretty useful. So now I think it depends on, I guess it is very useful, especially if you travel a lot internationally or if you happen to live in a community that has a lot of international speakers. So if you live in a community where people speak a lot of Spanish or maybe they speak, German or French or Hindi or whatever, it's nice to have the ability to communicate with folks. So, all right. And let's see. Let's talk about. There we go. I'll put these off to the side for just a moment. And we'll sort of go through these. Torres, which makes phone cases amongst other stuff. They sent me home with this case. This is one of their Air cases. And one of the things I like about this case is that it actually has the little ring there so that you can set it down. So there you go. If you were trying to watch a movie or something on a plane or whatever, or just prop it up if you're trying to, have your phone just propped up, you can do that. You can also prop it up like that by just turning it. So like that's how it is. Normally it would go like that, but you can prop it up like that and it'll sit up a little bit higher, and it actually locks. You may be able to see. Let me see if I can get that in there. You can actually see it, and maybe you'll hear it. It actually locks into place, and then it folds back into it. There's a little cutout, and it folds in. Let me get that in there, and it lays flush. So it's very, very nice, and it's got a nice bumper all the way around. It's got a nice bumper on the inside. I believe this is MagSafe as well. Let's see here. This thing is, this is MagSafe. So this is my Plod Note, and it actually connects on there. So that's very nice to have. So I think this is the Air case from Torres. Let me see if I can find. Let me pull up their website. Torres, and let me see if I can bring this up. And here we go. Let me hit no thanks on that. And this is the Q stand. I believe this is it right here. It may be, I think this is it. The O stand Q3, I believe this is. Yeah. And so it looks like it's $59 right now. It's a few dollars off. It's normally $65. But you can see it has the nice bumpers around there. So if you drop it, it has that extra bumper protection around the edge to protect your phone. It has the kickstand in the ring, all that, so you can hold it. You can use it to hold your phone, or you can use it to prop it up. Also, this is also magnetic, so you have your MagSafe stuff going on. Very, very nice case. And they do make really nice cases. They have all kinds of different colors that you can use. So, I mean, if you need a case, this is one that I think is really going to do you a lot of good. Now, some people don't mind cases that are a little bit thicker. I have a tendency to like very thin cases. So this is a case I would use if I knew I was going to go do something that might be a little hazardous. So if I was going if I was going to, I don't know, maybe if I was going to go ride some dirt bikes or something, or ride some ATVs, and I was worried about my phone getting dropped or something like that, maybe I would take this. But I have a tendency to like really thin cases, and this phone case is actually relatively thin. But one of the reasons why I like thin cases is because on the bottom here, if you see that, I like having my phone cases very thin on the bottom, so that if I'm using a wireless mic receiver, I can plug it into the USB-C port there. So, yeah. Let's see. Shout out to Gabriel Murphy in the house. Says hail, Mr. Larry. Shout out. I see ya. Let's see. Key2 Technical says, yeah, I work at a school where there's English and Spanish, so yeah, that would come in handy for me. Yeah, that excuse me, that would come in handy. That would work. I'll have to pass along their contact info so you can reach out and see if you can get your hands on one. So, all right. Shout out to Taurus on that. They also sent this out here, which I think is very cool. This is the Coolify Cyber. Now, you guys may have seen these before. This is not a brand new product, but this I think might be a newer version of it. But this is basically, it is a portable air conditioner. You put it around your neck, and it's not just a fan. This thing is an actual air conditioner. And actually, let me see if I can. Where's my knife at? Let me see if I can open this thing up and show you guys. So let me hit that. There we go. But it's funny because when I was talking to the woman at the Taurus booth, and we were chit-chatting about stuff, and I told her, I said, somehow we started talking about my wife. And I told her, he said, they asked me how old I was. I said, I told her my age. I told my wife. They said, oh, your wife's around that age. I said, yeah, she is. And I like things in the house warmer than she does, and she likes it cool all the time. They said, we have just the thing for you. And this one, they showed me the Coolify Cyber. So let me see if I can get this thing opened up. And there is the presentation. Oop, very nice there. And this is the case here. Pull that out. And there is also, it looks like there's a little a cable in here. So it's a nice braided cable. It's USB-C to USB-C, and it's got an angle cable in there, and there's some documentation in here. We'll put that back for the meantime. And but this, you unzip the case, and this lifts up. It looks like it. You see the case, and you think it's going to be bigger, but it's nice and small. And you see this right here. This is it. And there's some controls on here. There's not much on there, but you can see, if you may be able to see on there. Let me see if I can get that. There's a USB-C and a couple of buttons right there. And you just simply hit that to turn it on. Let's see. Let's get to see if there's any juice in it. There should be a little juice in here. Usually these things have to ship with a little something. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah. You may be able to hear that. This thing is not just, it's not just like a fan. Like you probably have seen some fans where they just blow air. Well, if you're out on a hot day, it's just gonna blow hot air on you. This thing is actually generating cold air, and the device, it's making the device cold. So it's keeping you very, very cool. And it's not loud. Now you can turn this thing up. Like, I think I have it on the lowest level. And let's see. Let's see here. Get it. I'm not sure how do I turn. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I had it on 30. Now I can turn it. You may be hearing. Now it's really pushing out a lot. So, and then I can go ahead and turn it back down. So, yeah, this thing is super, super cool. The thing I love about this, if you are somebody who does not have air conditioning in your building or in your unit or something, or maybe you're someone who works outside in the summertime, this thing can save your butt. because you have it on your neck and it keeps you cool. And one of the things is if you can keep like your head cool, your neck cool, the rest of your body will respond accordingly. And one thing that I used to do when I used to work as an EMT when I was an undergrad, and when people would get overheated, we used to work at sporting events. When I used to work on an ambulance crew, and I used to work at sporting events, and sometimes people would get overheated. And one of the things that they recommend that you do is take ice packs and put it underneath their armpits, and put it on their necks, and put it on their heads, and that would help cool them down. The armpits would sort of cool their core down, and then the neck and everything would keep their head cool, so they didn't have like heat stroke and fry their brain out. So, yeah. Excuse me. Anyways, let me see since we're on their Torres website, let me see if we can go in and check this thing out. And let's see, new arrivals. I don't know. I don't think it's in the new arrivals section. That's probably all going to be phone cases because I think this has been out for a minute. Screen protectors, no charging. Wireless charger, ice flow, no. Okay. Accessories, ring holder, wallet, exploring, whatever. Let's see. Let's see if we can find. Let's just do this. Let's just search for Cool. Oh yeah. Did I spell something wrong? Oh yeah, I did. Coolify. Just getting all kinds of trouble. Coolify Cyber. All right, let's see. There we go. We'll look at it on Amazon. Excuse me, on Amazon. And see if it. Okay, so this is the Coolify Air. This is I think that is a different one here. This is I guess they have a few different models of it. So they have the Coolify Air. They have the Coolify neck fans. Here it is, the Coolify Cyber 2026. This is it right there. So there you go. You can see it says flagship AI neck air conditioner. It says ultimate immersive cooling, portable neck fan, #1 coolest and max cooling area neck fans that blow cold air, 6,000 milliamp hour rechargeable for gifts. So there you go. You can see there how they're showing it like it's frosting over. But you can see that inside part right there. That right there gets very, very cold, and that's what's right up against your neck, and it feels fantastic. So you can see there it says it's upgraded, so it's gonna be a little bit nicer than the year before. It says #1 max cooling area, 90% up. So you can see there it says true AC system, max cooling zone, and extreme cold. So very, very nice. It says instant cooling in 1 second. So you don't have to wait for this thing to cool down. You can just turn it on, set it on your neck, and it's going to start cooling you down instantly. And it says the ultimate 3-core cooling system. And then you can see there it says 720 full circle, upper, lower, and airflow. So not only does this inside part get cool and feel cool against your neck, it also has fans that blow that cool air out, on your head and blows down on your back and such. So it feels fantastic. It really, really does. So, anyways, right now it looks like they have it on Amazon for around $200. It's $211. It's a little bit on a discount, about 30% off right now, 29% off. So, yeah. All right. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yeah. So let's see. Kia says, "Yep, I love their cases. I have that case on my iPhone 16 Pro Max as I speak." Yeah. Those are some nice cases. I was rocking one of their cases for a long time. But sometimes I don't think they sent me one for did they send me one for the 17 Pro Max? I don't remember. I don't remember if they did or not, but yeah. But I was rocking one of their cases for a while. I did like it. I do like it. I like thinner cases, so I usually end up going with like the very minimalist, like carbon fiber aramid fiber type case. But all right, let's keep it going. Actually, you know what? Let's do this one. I was gonna do the other one, but let's do this one here. This is from Hyperkin, and this company is very, very cool. They make gaming controllers and gaming hubs and all kinds of stuff. But they sent me home. I went to a breakfast that they had at a suite at the Westgate, and I talked to them about their stuff and filmed some stuff there. But they sent me home with a couple of products, and this one actually, I was very excited to actually try this one. I'm gonna try it. This is called this is the Pixel Art Limited Edition controller, and it says it's compatible with the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch OLED model, the Nintendo Switch Lite, PC, Mac, and Android, which I think is fantastic. And this is what it looks like right there. And I'm loving this thing. If you look at that, I got to play with one while I was there. But the thing that I loved about it is it looks so small that it's like you can put this thing in your pocket or your backpack and carry it with you. And if you have this paired up with your phone, this could be a really, really nice little controller that you can have if you want to play games. So, for instance, I have my Galaxy Z Fold 7. And so, you know, I can pair this up with my Z Fold 7, and this, because of the nice big screen, is a really, really nice gaming, device. And with the controller, it makes it that much nicer. So if I happen to be on a plane or something, I can grab this and, like, I don't know if I have, let's see, do I have one of those little magnetic, let's see if I have one of those little magnetic, ring things that I can use to prop it up. But like, for instance, let's say, here's a stand that I have. I can go ahead, put this on here. Let's see, get that on there. Where are the magnets on here? Come on, thing, find it. I don't know why I'm not finding the magnets on here. Man. Okay, there we go. Now I found it. Okay, so now if I was to go like this and have the device up there, I can have the controller, bling, 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 bling. I can sit here and play game all day if I wanted to. I can have it on the controller charging, and I could be playing like this and have the full screen. Now, if I'm on if I'm out and about, let's say I'm at a coffee shop, or I'm waiting in the lobby at the car dealership getting my car fixed or something, I can have it paired up, pull it out, and start gaming. Either I can prop it up, or I can have it, I can just set it flat on the table. I usually have like a little ring, like a little magnetic ring thing that I use that, I don't know what I did with them. I guess maybe they're in the other room. I usually keep a couple of them nearby, but yeah. And they sent me another one. This here is the Hyperkin Competitor. Excuse me. And this one is for the Xbox. And this is a wired controller for the Xbox. And a lot of people may be like, ugh, wired controller? Why do you want a wired controller? Now, I am not a hardcore gamer. I am a very, very casual gamer. Like, generally, I don't play a lot of, like, competitive games out there. Like, a lot of people will get on and play, like, Fortnite or Call of Duty, where they're going off, and playing against other people. I generally play like story modes of games. Like if I get Call of Duty, I'm usually playing like the story mode. But if you happen to be someone who is like a competitive gamer, then something like this, the Competitor, because it's wired, has zero latency. You don't have to worry about any glitches where the signal drops out and you're like, oh my God, what happened? I hit the button. I have done that at times when I used to play, and I would hit the button and the signal just blipped out, or the batteries died, or whatever. You don't have to worry about that with a wired controller because the wire is connected, so there's zero latency on there. It's fantastic in that way. The biggest downside is that you're restricted by the length of the cable. And I'm not exactly sure how long this cable is. Let's see if it shows on here how long. It says Hall effect, analog sticks, anti-friction rings, separated D-pad. It says the competitor. I don't see on here where it says how long the I don't see where it says how long the whatchamacallit is. So, all right, let's see. Let's find out. Let's pull them up. Let's look up Hypercan. And here we go. Let me bring you guys in. And this is it. There we go. That's it right there. It says officially licensed by Xbox. That is the competitor. And if we click on that, we can see there what it looks like. I think this might be, that might be the wireless one there. It looks like the wireless one. It says the wait is over, competitor. Says symmetrical thumbstick. So there you go. That's one thing they did point out to me is they have the symmetrical thumbsticks because some people don't like the traditional gaming, the traditional Xbox, controller where it has one thumbstick that's higher than the other one, or one that's lower than the other one. You may, depending on how you look at it. And this one, they're symmetrical as you can see. So, but yeah, they have these anti-friction gates and removable stick caps and metal glide rings so that you don't get drift and all that kind of stuff. You said that. See, this is the Hall effect sticks. Hall effect sticks modules remove the worry of drift, keeps on gaming well into the future with advanced precision. And then it looks like, I'm not sure what that, I guess that's the USB-C port. Maybe that's just, I'm not sure if that's for to plug in or if that is to charge. So, yeah, I think this one, it looks like this is the wired one here. So, yeah. But anyhow, they make all kinds of cool stuff here. I'm not exactly sure how much this one is. The buy now button is not clicking there. So I may have to, it says you can pre-order it here, but I'm gonna have to see if I can find it elsewhere to check it out. But if we go and we can check out their controllers. This is the one that they sent me, the pixel art. Actually, they sent me home with the Sriracha one, which is kind of cool. Where is the Sriracha one? This is it right here. So that's what it looks like. You can see it has the chili peppers and the Sriracha sauce on there. And it's $39. So it looks pretty cool. It has that sort of retro look to it. Now it says whether you're playing your Nintendo Switch, PC, Mac, or mobile device, it says the controller delivers smooth wireless performance, ergonomic comfort, and wide compatibility. So I think this might be compatible also with iOS. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be. Let's see there. So we can check that out. You can see it's official collection there. It looks like it's going to work with all those switches there. So if you have a switch, you can use that. Let's see here. You can see it's going to have the dual thumbsticks and the D-pad and everything else there. It looks like just like a regular game controller that's just kind of awesome with the whole Sriracha theme there. And yeah. So anyways, there's that. They also have, if you don't like the Sriracha one, you can get all kinds of different ones. You have this one here. It looks like it's sort of clear there or something, or retro pixel art. They also have like the Kraft mac and cheese. They have the official Kool-Aid joint, Heinz ketchup. Office, what is official? It says official miraculous. Okay, I see. With the movie joint right there. The Oscar Mayer one. They have I saw another one up here. Oh yeah, Captain Crunch. There you go. So, and they have all these other controllers here as well that you can check out. They have all kinds of good stuff. So, you can see here, these are the competitors. They have some other ones that look like the old school Atari controllers, the old school Xbox controller. It looks like an Xbox One controller or Xbox 360 controller. So they have all kinds of really cool stuff. They even have some consoles in here, so you can see there. You can check this one out. This one is it says the retro N5 classic gaming console. So I'm not sure which one this one plays. I don't know if I saw this one. I think I may have seen the console, but I'm not sure. I don't think I played it. But it says it works. It's compatible with NES, Famicom, SNES, Super Famicom, Genesis, Mega Drive, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance cartridges. So you can have all kinds of different joints that you can use with that. And then they have some other ones here as well. This one looks like it says Mega Retron. I'm not sure which one this one uses. Looks like it says Classic Squire controller, blah 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 blah. Anyways, you guys can go check out their site. They had all kinds of very, very cool gaming stuff. So I used to game. I used to game a lot. Definitely a casual gamer now because, I got a little carried away with stuff, and then you start losing time and not being as productive as you should and staying up. When I first got my Xbox 360, my mom bought me an Xbox 360 for Christmas back, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or something. And it came with Tomb Raider, one of the Tomb Raiders. I don't know. I love Tomb Raider, and I stayed up. I played that game, and I stayed up. I think for like 17 hours straight, just playing that game. I wanted to beat that game, so I was playing it straight. It was crazy. I'm not sure if I was working at the time. I think maybe. No, I think at the time I was like full blown into my YouTube channel. My channel was going really, really well at the time. I was doing well. Anyways, I started playing at night, and my wife went to sleep, and I think I might have even played. Yeah, I think I played like after she went. I think after she went to bed, I started playing. I played all throughout the night. I was up playing when she got up to go to work. She went to work, came back. I was still playing it, and I beat the game finally, like shortly after she got home from work. So, yeah, that was like a serious stretch. But she came in. She was like, "You need to stop. You need to put the game down for a little while." Because she came in, she was like, "Your eyes are on fire." She was like, "They're bloodshot. They look like they're just like literally on fire." And I felt them. They felt like they were burning. I looked in the mirror. They were just red. They were like they almost looked like I busted a blood vessel in both of them. They were so red. But I was determined to beat that game, and I did. So, anyways, these are some Hyperkin joints. I'm probably going to do a quick unboxing of them and see how they pair up with my phone or my iPad or something and see how they work with the games. And so, yeah. All right. Next here, we have the SmallRig S70A wireless microphone. And yeah, I'm excited for this. I am definitely excited for this. This is you guys know me. I love wireless mics. And I love stuff that's easy and works well. And this one seems like it is going to be a very cool microphone. One thing I like about it is that it has the receivers for smartphones and for cameras. And let's see if I can find it. Let me see, what is this? This is a SmallRig S70A. Let me see if I can search for that right quick and find it. And there we go. Let me bring you guys in so you can check it out. And here we go. The S70 Ultra Thin Invisible Wireless Microphone. They call it invisible. Nothing is truly invisible, but it's pretty close when you look how it works. So, but you can see here it says they have different kits. They have the microphone and kits microphone. They have the vlog audio. This one's going to come with the screen there as well that you can use. You have the vlog shooting and tripod kit, the camera audio and lighting kit there. And then you have the portable audio and lighting kit there as well. So this one, just the microphone joint. But I love this. You can see there, this is the whole kit right here. So you're going to get 2 transmitters and then the receiver that goes in there. So you can see there you're going to have a receiver, it looks like, for your camera, which is going to be there, and then another one for your smartphone. And it says tuned by Grammy Award winner. It says 9 Pro EQ presets and logo-free design. So, and you can say it says tired of those recording roadblocks. Fixing audio in post is a nightmare with confusing EQ controls, weak sound that demands expensive gear and software to fix, or bulky logo-covered mics that ruin your professional look. So the way this works here is you can see that they have this right here. This is the microphone. This back part, the transmitter, you clip this. This goes onto like the inside of your shirt or your jacket, and you just see this little part right there, which is very, very nice. Oh, look at that. This right here matches your style. These are the little clips that go with the microphone. All right, nice. So you can match your style. So if you happen to be wearing, say, a red or green or brown or yellow or pink or purple, violet, blue, whatever, white, you can put this over the microphone and it will match your style. Or you can just use it as is. So, and it has some nice features. It says pure sound and 360 clarity. It says safety track, extra assurance, and all that stuff there. So, yeah. And let's see here. So, it says, I guess it's 89 bucks. So, they do have some nice stuff on there. Excuse me. I guess this is a gentleman that he's a 4-time Grammy-winning recording engineer. And I guess he's the one they worked with to tune this thing. It says 9 Pro EQ presets. So there you go. You have normal, full, bright, male, and female. So depending on your subject that you're recording, this looks like it's going to be very, very nice. And then you have also singing, guitar, violin, and environment. So they have some various presets depending on how you need to use your microphone, which I think is fantastic. And then here are some, some technical stuff if you want to look into it a little bit more. And then you can see there it says advanced 3-level noise reduction and clipping protection. So you have weak, medium, and strong. So if you happen to be in a place that's very loud, like a train station, you can throw it on strong. If you're on, like, say, a street, maybe you just need the medium. And if you're in a place, maybe you're inside of a hotel and there's like maybe some noise from like a refrigerator or whatever, you can put it on weak to get rid of some of that stuff, and it will knock down some of that background noise and help isolate your voice. And you can see it says discreet and logo free. And look how small that is. You see that? That's the little clip right there. That's the microphone. The other part, the larger part, goes on the inside. Same thing there. It's very, very discreet. I love that. And you can see there again how nice and discreet that is. Fantastic. I can't wait to try these out. And again, it says match your style, hide it in shot. So if you're wearing colors that match these, you can put these on there and then help match the style, match the colors, so that it hides the mic a little bit better. And just some lifestyle shots are showing, I guess, with people wearing the mics. And it says crafted to feel premium, robust, metallic finish in black or white, style that's built to last. And it says 3 recording modes, 1 tap switching. You have mono, stereo, and safety track. It says records a lower volume backup track to prevent clipping. So that's very nice. It doesn't. I don't see anything where it says it records 32-bit float, which I guess it doesn't, because it doesn't record the audio onto the transmitter. It only records directly into your recording device. All right, let's see. And that is what that's what the mic receiver is going to look like. So you're going to have 5 levels of gain for cameras and 3 for phones. So you have that. And one thing I like about this dial looks like it's going to be super easy to make adjustments. So it's not going to be a lot of guessing. It's going to be 0, +5, +10, or 0, -5, -10. Just really, really straightforward and simple. Not a lot of guessing. Not a lot of, trying to decide. You have those options, and that's kind of it. And you make it work, which I think it's great for beginners because it doesn't get you buried in a whole bunch of specs and options and make you feel overwhelmed. So it says all day power, 40 hours of worry-free recording. So that's very nice. And that's with the charging case. I don't know how much it is with per charge, but it looks like it's total of 40 hours. Oh, 8 hours of continuous recording on the transmitters, and then 40 hours total with the case. So it looks like you'll be able to get about 5 full recording sessions in there if you're recording at 8-hour pops. But for most people, what that means is if you're just recording an hour or two here or an hour or two there, and maybe not even that, maybe you're out vlogging and you have your mic on you for a half hour, an hour, it's going to last you for a long, long time. But even if you're vlogging and you just don't want to have to worry about taking it off and putting it back in the case, you can just put it on, leave it on. It's going to have 8 hours. And the crazy thing about that is, let's just say you're on vacation, right? Let's say that you are on vacation, you have the mics on you, you have the clip on and the microphone clipped on, and you're just like, I'm just going to leave it on all day. So that way when I'm ready to record, I already have the transmitter or the receiver plugged into my phone or onto your camera. You can just go ahead and turn on your camera or hit the record button and start recording. You don't have to worry about taking something out of the case, putting it on or whatever. It's already on you, ready to go. You have 8 hours. But because you have 2 of these, because it is a dual channel microphone system, you have 2 transmitters. Once one of them dies, if you have one on, you charge them up both fully, you put one on, and once that one dies, if you're out longer than 8 hours, you just grab the other one out, put that one in there, put that on, and now you have 16 hours of record time. And while that other one is on there, you're actually charging the first one. So you can cycle through and basically go through a whole 24 hours and never have to worry being without the microphone. So, yeah. So, shout out to Mark, guys. Says, glad you're feeling better, my brother. Thank you so much, man. I'm still working on it. I need to get fully better. You can hear my voice is not back. I'm still coughing and hacking a bit, but I'm trying to get it. My energy level is starting to come back, which to me is fantastic. I love the fact that my energy level is starting to come back. So let's see. Kid Tech says, nice little mic. It is. This is a nice little mic. I'm digging this thing. I'm really digging this thing. And it looks like it's only about $89. It says 184 feet range without limits, so about 300 meters. That's line of sight, nothing in between. So, if that's something that you really need, I don't think most people need that. But if you happen to be out at the beach and you're filming and you want to walk down a little ways and then get like a long shot where you put you have your zoom on, or you just want to get a wider shot like that, then yeah, maybe you want to be a bit of ways. But I don't think most people are ever going to be 300 meters away from their camera. But it's nice to know you have that option if need be. So anyways, again, that's small rig. That is the S70A wireless microphone. And I'm going to review this thing. That's going to get a full review. I'm actually really looking forward to trying out that mic. So, all right, this one here, this is from Ugreen. And this was a little giveaway, actually. This was just a little giveaway thing they had. This is their, it says the Nexode USB-C to USB-C PD fast charging retractable cable, 100 watts. It says plug and unplug tested 10,000 times, safe charging, e-marker chip, and retractable cable. And I like that because it retracts. Let me see if I can get that thing in focus. Come on, Cam. There you go. And yeah, it's just a little. This was just a little giveaway thing they have where you can go up and I think you would spin a little wheel or something, and you could have one of the options was to win a actual NOS a NOS backup system, which actually I saw a guy win one when I was there. I didn't, but I wasn't worried about it so much because they said they were going to send me one later. So we'll see how that works out. But this is it here. I do like these retractable ones because they're nice when you're traveling. It's nice to be able to take this with you and throw this like in your bag, because you can do that like that. You can get it, and plug it in. Then when you're done, it retracts back, and it's very small, and it's easy to throw into like your backpack or a tech bag or something like that. And I don't have a, oh, you know what? Let's try this. Let's plug it in here. I have my power bank from Vasco. And here we have, let's get this thing turned on. There we go. It says 100 watts. And I have my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. So there we have that. Plug that in. Let's see if it gives me fast charging. Hold on. There we go. And there we go. What does it say? It says charging. It doesn't say super fast charging. That's interesting. Let's see. Yeah, it just says regular charging, but that could be the battery pack. Oh no, it says fast charging. Okay, it does say fast charging. I don't know if you can see it. Well, it disappeared now, but it did say fast charging. So, it didn't give me like the super fast charging, but I think that's because this is only giving me 20 watts of it's only giving me 20 watts of power anyway. So, and it's only at 18%, so I'm gonna plug that thing in and get that charged up. But yeah, shout out to you, Green. I like this. This is gonna stay this is gonna become a regular part of my rotation. I'm gonna keep that and use that on a regular basis. So, all right. And you, Green, I don't know if they have that on their site. Let me see if I can find it. Let me pull up you, Green. Let me search for them right quick. And let me bring you guys in. And here we go. And here's you, Green. Oh, there we go. They're showing some of their other stuff there. And see, they have all these power banks and other stuff, but they're also known for like their NOS backup stuff. So, but here we go. The Nexode retractable series, and this is the one that I have right there. So you can see, excuse me. It's not very expensive. It's $11.99 right now on sale. It's normally $15.99. I'm pretty sure this is available on Amazon. Let me see what Amazon has it at. Let me see. Let me pull up the Amazon. Let me pull up the Zoms of Amma. And let's see what this sells for on Amazon. $12.79. So it's actually a little bit cheaper to buy it directly from them cost-wise. The thing is, it depends on what the shipping might actually be. So this one here, it says it ships. It should ship for free. It says ships from Amazon. It's an Amazon Prime product, so it should ship for free. So it might actually still be cheaper to buy it from Amazon, even though technically the Ugreen website has it for a few cents less, and it's like 80 cents less or something on the Ugreen site. So, all right, shout out says, let's see, Jillian, Antonio, you betcha, and let's see if I get that's a long name, man. It says, hi, Todayifeellike has 110,000 subscribers. Keep the good work. We do appreciate. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. I'm trying to put in that work. Sometimes I feel like YouTube is working against me, but I'm sure anybody who has been on YouTube for even a few minutes knows that it can be very, very tough to break through. Sometimes you break through and then you slip back through the cracks. Sometimes you break through and you skyrocket up to the top and you just keep on going and going and going. And sometimes you just have a slow crawl grind. And this channel has been very much sort of a slow crawl grind to get to 100,000. Because I have not had a single video on this channel go viral. Like some people will they'll get either lucky, if you want to call it luck, or they'll get, they'll have a great video that the algorithm picks up and people may just find it very useful or valuable or interesting or whatever. And they're able to really just sort of explode in popularity all of a sudden because they have a video that goes viral and a bunch of people subscribe, and then all of a sudden they have a new fan base sort of overnight. I have not had a single video go viral on this channel. It has literally just been a slow grind, day in, day out. And I've had a few times where I've felt like I was ready to quit. There were a few times where there was once not long ago, just last year, where I was like, F it, I'm done. I'm done. I didn't post a video for about 2 months. I was really ready to quit. But I realized I was angry because I wasn't seeing the amount of success that matched the amount of effort I was putting in. I felt like I had a good number of subscribers and people just weren't watching. I felt like YouTube was not pushing my videos out there. Like a lot of people would write me and say, hey, I'm not getting notifications for your videos. I see later that you are on and that you had a live stream, or I saw that you posted a video and I didn't get a notification. I don't know what's going on. And sometimes if you're not getting notifications, sometimes you have to go in to my channel and turn notifications off and then turn them back on to sort of reactivate them. I don't know why YouTube does that, but it can be tough. And Kia 2 Technical says same. She's a YouTuber. She knows it can be a grind, and it can be frustrating and tough. But you just stick with it and keep going. So shout out to Travis Looney in the house. Says what up? Big up to Big Travis Looney in the building. I love it. All right. Now this is the last product from CES. I still have my other products that brands sent me, but this is the last product I got from CES that I brought back with me. And this is the Plod Note Pro. Now, you guys may know I did review the Plod Note. I actually have it right here. I love this little thing. I did not think I was going to like this when I first got it. I thought to myself like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's an AI voice recorder and it does transcriptions. I thought that's kind of dope. I like it. But then I was kind of like, well, I don't really see the wider use for it, but I love it. The one thing I love about it is that it can record phone calls. You stick it right into the back of your phone just like that. And when you make a phone call, let's say you're talking to your bank, or maybe you're talking to tech support for a product that you have, it records the entire conversation. And then when you're done, it transcribes everything. It shows you the speakers and the time codes and everything. It's fantastic. It already really helped me because I've had instances where I've talked to, I talked to a company. I ordered a product. They said they shipped it. I never received it. And I went and talked to them. And then during the phone call, they said that they delivered it to a particular address. And they said, so-and-so signed for it at this address. And I said, I don't know why you guys delivered it to that address. That's not my address. And my address is this. This is the address that's on the shipping invoice. This is on my receipt. This is the ship to address. You guys just decided to ship it, and they shipped it to like a warehouse. It was like a company that had like an automotive parts warehouse or something. I don't know. But I ended up calling American Express, and I talked to them, and American Express reached out, and they said, "Oh, well, they're saying that they delivered the product and that someone signed for it." And I said, "Yeah, they did deliver the product, and they did, and someone did sign for it, but they sent it to the wrong address." And so I told them, and I said, "Hey, I recorded the whole phone call, and I have transcripts." So I went ahead and made a PDF of the transcripts of the whole phone call. I sent that along with the MP3 audio file to American Express. They looked at it And like in 2 seconds, they were like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and refund your money back. And that was that. So sometimes it can come in handy. Now, this one is the Pro, the Plod Note. It's funny because when this first came out, they asked me if I wanted to review it. And I was like, well, I don't think so. I don't really see the difference between it. I saw it when it first came out, and I was like, I didn't really see the difference between the original and the Pro. But there are some differences. They're a little subtle. You may notice if you look at here. On this one here, it has a switch. And that switch, you may notice there, when it's up, it's red. And so it has the two modes. It has one mode for recording phone calls and one for recording like meetings, like if I was in a meeting and talking to people around a conference table or something. The Pro actually detects that automatically. So there's no need to have that switch. Also, there's no way really on this particular device to tell how much battery life is really left or how much storage is left on here without connecting to the app. So you'd have to go into the app on your phone and then look and see what the battery life is and how much storage is left. On the Pro, you may see where it actually says Plod on the device because that is a little screen. And on that screen, it's going to show you how much storage is left on there, how much recording time left you have on there, and how much battery life you have. So you know when you need to charge this thing back up. So there are some definite nice upgrades to this. And let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. Again, I wasn't really sure that I was going to be interested, but I kind of am. And so they do have the Plod Note pen. I do have one. They did send me one. Am I the biggest fan? I don't know. I think for some people it's very nice. I mean, you can the Plod Note pen, you can wear it, or like you can see right here, you can wear this thing. So I guess if you're in class or you can use it again, like if you're having meetings or something, you can wear it like that. You can put it on your wrist here. There's all kinds of different ways you can wear this thing. And it is nice because if you wanted to record your daily stuff or if you just want to have it running all the time, let's say you're at work or you're sitting around, you can record. You can just basically, if you want to say like, oh, I had this genius idea, I don't want to forget it. You can just start speaking out your idea. Your Plod Note pen will pick it up and then you'll have it and it will automatically send it over and transcribe it and it will have your notes. And you don't have to worry about all the dead time in between because it's not going to transcribe anything if there's no audio in there. The only thing I would say is that if you happen to be around other people, everybody doesn't want to be recorded. So, it's one of those things where it's like if you happen to be hanging out with your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend and you're wearing this thing and all of a sudden they start talking about something personal or intimate, you might want to do them the courtesy of turning it off. So, but yeah. Anyways, let me show you. This is the Plod Note Pro. As you can see, it's $189. The original Plod Note is $159. So for an extra, excuse me, for an extra $39, you do get some upgrades. I believe this one actually has more storage and so that you can record. This one has 64 gigs. Let me see, what does the Plod Note Pro have? The Plod Note Pro has, let's see, where does it say on here? Data, maximum, multimodal, ultra thin, 30 hours of recording, 60 days. So they both have 64 gigs of storage. You can get the free starter plan that gives you 300 minutes a month of transcription. That's included. But you can upgrade. You can see right here. You can see it says enhanced mode 30 hours, endurance mode 50 hours, and then you can see there it's going to show you the battery life. So if you wanted to, for some reason, just let this thing run all day, you could. Or you can let it run in endurance mode for 50 hours. So let's say that you wanted to leave this thing sitting up on your desk or your counter or whatever. And you want to just let it run for 48 hours because you want to see if your kids are going to sneak people over and have a party while you're gone. Well, maybe they're looking for, security cameras or no, but maybe they're, not looking for this. And you can record, hear it, and know what's going on. It's probably not a good idea to do that. I think that might actually be against the law in most places to spy on people like that. But you do have the option of having a very long period of time that you can record. So, yeah. And you can see there it says dual mode recording. You have the phone call recording and in-person recording. It says it's equipped with four microphones. Oops, let's see if I can go. And you guys have some different colors. You can see how thin the device is. And then there you go. You can see it says it has 4 different microphones on there. So if you're having a meeting, it's going to pick up people from all around. Again, it's going to show you, it has a screen, so it's going to show you that it's connected for one. This looks like it's going to maybe give you audio levels. This is going to show you the battery life on there. And then let's see. Let's go back here. And they do have Ask Plod, so that they do have their own sort of AI agent in there that you can use. They have, it says multi-dimensional summaries. So you can get an overview of stuff. It'll also give you notes on what the discussion was. So let's say, this is one thing I love about this. If you're let's say you have a class or a meeting, you can go in, record the whole meeting. It's going to give you a summary of what the meeting's about. It's going to give you sort of a breakdown of, you can get a sort of a quick breakdown of of everything that was discussed and the highlights of it. And you'll also get a full transcript if you want to. You can see it says highlight what matters, snap what you see, and type what you think. That's for the multimodal mode. So that's if you're using the app there. And you can see what it says. It's credit card size, instant view display, dual tone ripple design, and it's 0.12 inches, and it only weighs 1.06 ounces. So it's very, very lightweight. So yeah. Anyways, this is the Plod Note, and you have the Note Pro, which is what I have, and they do have the Plod Note Pro with AI Annual Pro Plan. I guess that one's going to be $288.99, and it's going to come with 1,200 minutes a month if you need that extra plan. They have the regular Note, $159. They have the Note Pen S, that's going to be $179, and then you have the Note Pen, that's going to be $159. So, and then they have their services like Plod Intelligence there, so that you can use that if need be. So anyways, I'm digging it. I'm looking forward to testing this thing out. It's it's been a little while since I reviewed the original one, so I'm definitely looking forward to reviewing the Pro. Now I'm curious because there's a lot of these AI voice recorders out there, a lot. And when I was at CES, there was a lot of them. I mean, a lot. I even have one here. I haven't even opened yet. I have this one from, I think it's from the EOC Club or something. It's called the EL Smart Cloud AI Voice Recorder. It says AI Auto Transcribe 4G Cellular Network, Ultra Light, Long Lasting. I haven't even opened that one. Someone sent this to me. I need to open it and check it out. But it's there. And I think in one of these boxes here, I think it's this box right here, it says this one is an AI voice recorder as well. So yeah, there's a lot of them out there. These things are wildly popular and people are using them all over the place. And they're very, very helpful. I think they're great for students. They're great for business people. I think if you're someone who, like me, who is not a fast writer or a very fast typer, it's very nice to have this recording so that you can get those transcripts and have it in. It's just very nice. Now we'll get a review. All right. We now have all kinds of packages we've already been on for a while. So if you're still on there hanging with me, big ups to you. I am glad that you are hanging in there with me because we do have quite a bit of stuff here. And I have a few larger packages. I'll put those on the table after because I can't fit everything up here at once. So we'll get those going in just a minute. So let's see. Matthew Wilson says, "What's up, Larry and the chat?" Shout out to Matthew Wilson. Big ups, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, let's do this. Let's grab, you know what? Let's do this one. I know what this one is already because, well, I bought this one just like the day before yesterday, I think it is. And let me open it up and show you guys what it is. I'm actually kind of excited for this one because there we have it. This right here is a Mac Mini. That's right, we have a Mac Mini, and I plan on actually using this to make my own little media server. So right now I have I was testing out sort of how I can get rid of my iCloud service, how I can get rid of the paid part of it, where I can have all my photos and everything backed up to a drive locally, no matter where I am. And so I was playing with a mini PC. I have a little, I think it's a Quieter 3 mini PC, and I was able to hook up, I have a little SSD drive, and I have a 22 terabyte hard drive, and both of those are plugged into that Quieter 3 mini PC. And so I was able to set up Jellyfin as my media server. And let's see if I can pull this up here. So let me pull up Jellyfin. See if there we go. Let's see if that comes up. And so yeah, so there we have it. You can see there that is Jellyfin, and I have, I can have like my movies, TV shows, and home movies and stuff. So if I want to watch something, I can click on there, and these are all the movies. These are movies I own and I have downloaded onto my hard drive. And so if obviously you can have Netflix and stuff, but if you have your own movie collection, then you can have those movies there. You don't ever have to, like, if you have favorite movies, you don't have to worry about those movies going off of a service that you have. Sometimes you may want to watch a movie and you can't find it on a service that you currently subscribe to. So if you own it, then you can actually go ahead and, you can load it up on your own media server. You can watch it whenever you want. You can download it to your devices. It's kind of cool. And also, I'm able to back up my devices, my stuff using a app called Files, and it automatically backs up my photos. So if I take photos or videos or anything, it will automatically back those up. And on top of that, I can use Windows. I can use the Windows app, and Windows app is going to let me have a remote desktop. Let me see if I can find it. Windows app. Click that. Let me hit connect, and let's see. This thing should connect on here. Let me give it a second to show up. Let's see if it comes through. Sometimes it takes a few moments for this thing to connect. I'm not sure. I may have to log in through my Tailscale instead of my local network. Let's see. Let's disconnect that. Let me try it one more time. Configuring remote PC. I think I might have had a power outage for like a quick second earlier, so my PC might have. Oh, nope, there it goes. It's online. All right. So there we go. Look at that. That is my Windows desktop right there. So I can control my Windows computer, my little Quieter 3 mini PC. I can control it from my phone, and it's just kind of cool that I can do that. And so I wanted to get a Mac Mini because I wanted to be able to do this with the Mac because it's going to be a little bit easier. And some of the stuff that I want to do I'll be able to do a little bit easier. Like I'll be able to load up Final Cut Pro on here and some other stuff, and then I can connect remotely. For instance, if I have my iPad, I can connect remotely into my iPad and use my iPad as if I'm right in front of it from my, use my Mac Mini from my iPad as if I'm right in front of it. And I could be anywhere in the world and use it. And that's great because if I, for instance, I have Final Cut Pro on my iPad, but the Final Cut Pro on the iPad does not have plugins. And so if I want to use like the full Final Cut Pro, the full desktop version with all the plugins and everything, well, I can load that up on my Mac Mini, and then I can remote in from my iPad, and I can do that. So if I'm at a hotel in Las Vegas during CES, or at my family's in California or Colorado, or maybe just on vacation, and I want to dump photos, I can remote in and dump my photos onto a hard drive and be good to go. So anyways, I'm setting up this thing. It's going to be my own personal cloud service. I also been seeing a lot of people talk about Claudebot. So I think I might test that out and try it out. It's a Claudebot's an AI agent. So I have a lot to learn in that realm, but I think I might try that out. But I got the let me put this back up here. I got the Mac Mini actually on sale. I got a nice deal from it. Let's see. Somebody said, how many would you need to match your needs? Ooh, I don't know. If you're talking about Mac Minis, probably just the one. But let's see here. Let me go. And I got this one from Micro Center. So let me see. Micro Center. And let's see. We'll allow this time. And let's search for Mac Mini. And there you go. You can see right there, Mac Mini, $399. Now it says 0 in stock, and that's at my particular store. But I can tell you this: I went into my store and I asked them about it, and I said, "Hey, I want to get a Mac Mini. I saw that they're on sale for $399." And they said, and the guy looked it up. He said, "Oh no!" He said, it said we're out of stock." He said, "We don't have them." And then he looked in the computer. He said, "No, wait a minute, hold on. It says we have 19 of them." And so he went back into the back, and he was like, "Yeah, we have 19 of them." He said, "I grabbed one that's ready for you when you go up to the counter to go pick it up and pay for it." So I said, "Cool." So that was that. So, yeah. Now you can get one of the other more expensive ones, like this one here. You can see it's like way more money. This one has the M4 Pro, which is the 12-core processor. It has 24 gigs of RAM instead of 16. It has a 512 gig drive instead of 256. So, I got the baseline model because I really didn't think I was going to need anything more for what I'm going to use it for. Now, you can get a like this. Like this is a little hub that has like an enclosure, so you can put like an SD card in there. You can have like a slot for an SD card. You can plug stuff in. But I've seen some of these hubs, and you can see how it attaches on there. I've seen some of these hubs that actually have SSD slots that you can put an SSD drive in there and expand the storage of your Mac Mini. Now I'm not sure how that works, but I mean, people seem to like them. So I don't know. I might look into that if I find that I'm running out of internal storage, but I don't plan on loading this thing up like it's my main machine. I feel like I'm going to load up some particular things. Like I plan on loading up, Adobe Lightroom, Photoshop, maybe like Adobe Acrobat or something, and Final Cut Pro. And that's probably close to it. I don't think I'm going to load up much more on there. But it is $399. So if you have a Micro Center near you and you're looking for one, $200 off of this thing. I mean, it was already cheap for this type of machine at $599. At $399, this thing is really a steal. So and this is the latest version. It's the latest version. There's been rumors they're coming out with an M5 Mac Mini sometime this year, which they probably will. But until they come out with it, that's the latest version. So, yeah. All right. let's keep this thing pushing. And let's open this thing. I already know what this one is. This one says it is a AI voice recorder. This is the box I picked up earlier. I'm not sure who this is from, so we'll have to check this out and see. But let's get this. Let's get through this tape here. There's quite a bit of tape on this thing. Let's see if we can get through it. Nope, I missed a couple of little spots. Let's get that going. And one of the reasons why I want to set up a service. I spend a lot of money on subscriptions. I mean, I spend a lot. I told myself this year I am going to get my subscription spending under control. They really have racked us with subscriptions. I pay for all kinds. I mean, obviously I have my internet stuff. I have YouTube TV. I don't know how many streaming services I have as subscriptions. And then I have like ChatGPT, I have Google One, I have Audible, I have my Apple, all of my various, Apple Care stuff, and then I have the iCloud subscription. And I was like, I need to get rid of the iCloud subscription. I was thinking of getting rid of my my extra Google Drive and bringing it back down to the minimum, but because I pay whatever it is, $20 a month, I get the Gemini Pro or whatever it is included with it, which is fantastic. And that I think is $20 anyway. So by paying the extra by paying the $20 to get the extra Google Drive space, I get the Gemini Pro, which I've been finding is absolutely wonderful, especially for tech support. It has been wonderful helping me set all this stuff up when I was doing the whole server thing, the media server stuff and all the backup stuff with my mini PC. So yeah, anyways, all right, let's get this thing open. See what we have here. And this is going to be from Umevo. This is the Umevo Note AI voice recorder. It says 140 languages converted to text, ChatGPT empowered. Look at that. Very nice. All right, let's take this thing out. And it says the Umevo Note AI voice recorder says inspiration reaction, learning in life, business conferences, diary, speech, call records. It says fully compatible with Apple and Android. Yeah. So let's should we open it? You guys want to see this thing right now? Should we open this thing up? You guys let me know in the comments if you want to see this thing now. If it is, I'll open it up, we'll check it out. And in the meantime, I'll go and hop on Amazon and see what we can find as far as this thing here. So let me see. Let me type in. Excuse me. Let me bring you guys in with me. And let's go into Umevo. This is going to be the Note. Well, let's just go ahead. We'll just hit that right there. And I believe this is it right here. The Umevo. Is this it? Yeah, the Umevo AI voice recorder with app control, AI transcription, summarization, and mind map. Portable AI note-taking device with case, 64 gigs of memory, recordings for calls, meetings, interviews. And this particular one is in rose gold. Excuse me. But you can get it. Let's see. Oh no, that one's showing. I think that's actually titanium gray. You can get it in black, and you can get it in blue. So you can get it in some various colors there. And it shows. Let's see. It says dual recording mode. And then it says. I guess you have to manually move that switch over there. Maybe. It says tiny. It says only weighs 30 grams. It has 64 gigs, which is 2,400 minutes of continuous recording. Enterprise grade security. And let's see here. It says immediate transcription services. It says let's see. So you can see right there what it's going to kind of look like, where it's going to give you the timestamps and it's going to show you what was said. You'll also get the audio file as well. You can get sort of a summary breakdown, so you can see there. You'll have the summary, the translation, transcription, all that good stuff there. So, and then you can have a mind map if that's something that you're into to get your mind map going. It's small enough you can fit it in a pocket. It says local data encrypted. Cloud files can only be accessed by you or whoever has access to your account. And then you can see it says meetings, interviews, lectures, podcasts, phone calls, and such. So, yeah. One nice thing about this is, I guess, if you're doing a podcast, you can record, obviously, the podcast while you're doing it. You can see here where it shows them recording into a regular podcasting mic, and then they show it here on the, on the table. And I guess one nice thing about this is that if you're recording a podcast, you can record the audio onto this Umevo AI voice recorder, and then you can use this to give yourself the transcriptions, and a summary. So if you wanted to put in, say, the description of your podcast, what it's about, you can give it you can have it make a quick summary for you. And if you wanted to even give your view or your listeners a full transcript, you can give them a full transcript as well. So, now it looks like it says starter plan. It says prices. It says it's free for the first year. Summary and mind map is unlimited. Wow. All right, that's impressive. It says unlimited for both the Pro and the Max plan, and then summary and mind map unlimited. So it says language supported 85, speaker labels, unlimited cloud storage, share and export formats, PC sync, and custom template. Now, I will say this: that is impressive. That is truly impressive, because if you are, like, for instance, if you noticed on the Claude Note Pro, it said it comes with all the all the Claude Note Pro and all the Plod devices, the Plod Note, the Plod Pen, all that stuff. It gives you 300 minutes of transcription a month. And then after that, you have to upgrade to one of the higher plans if you need more. This one says it's going to give you unlimited. This is going to be unlimited. So you can use this thing as much as you want. You don't need to worry about it. So if you're someone who's in college and you have classes 3 days, 3 days a week or 5 days a week, whatever, and you know that you have classes that are an hour, 2 hours long. I mean, let's say you have a 2 hour long class, say twice a week. That is 120 minutes each class. So that's 240 minutes a week. You're gonna burn through your 300 minutes of transcription that you would get with Plod, like, into your second week, or really in your first week, because that one class will burn through all of your minutes. This unlimited, you could take this to all your classes and have unlimited transcript. I'm excited about that, man. I want to check this out. I want to actually check this thing out. So, yeah, I'm gonna do an unboxing. I'm gonna unbox this later, try it out, and we'll see how it is. Now, this thing, let's see how much it is. Well, this is what's going to come inside. So you're going to get the voice recorder, the carrying case. It looks like it's going to be a lot like the Plod Note has. It's going to have a magnetic ring in case you don't have a device that has MagSafe compatibility, or a case that has MagSafe compatibility. You're going to get a USB-A to USB-C adapter for the charging cable, and it does have this proprietary style charger on here. So now, I don't know if this charger is going to be the same as like the Plod Note, because the Plod Note has one that looks very similar to this. So, yeah. But, all right, big ups to Umevo, $149. I'm looking forward to trying this thing out. I am. There is a coupon price also, makes it $126.65. So you can get about 15, 20 bucks off, something like that. It looks like about 24 bucks off, something like that. Not bad. All right. I'm not mad at him. All right. Shout out. Looks like my brother is in the building. It says, doesn't compare W. I don't know what you mean. Oh, does says, do you need a phone like the Plod Note? Yeah, you're gonna need a phone because you can do the recording. You can do the recording, but you're gonna need a device with an app on there so that you can retrieve the transcript. Because you're gonna have to pair the device. You're gonna have to pair the recorder to your phone, or maybe you can use it with your tablet. And then once it's paired, it's going to sync the audio, and from there it's going to send it over to ChatGPT, which is they're using the ChatGPT API, and it's going to use ChatGPT to actually do the transcription. So yeah, you will need an app. You will need a phone with the app. Let's see. It says, yeah, unbox it. All right. Matt Wilson says, unbox it. So let's get this thing unboxed. I'll have to try and put it back together so that I can make a video about it. Do an individual video because I am kind of excited to see that. I like it has the nice little pull tabs on there. See if I get that focused so that way you don't have to cut through it. So let's get this thing going. Let's get that off. Pull it there. And there we go. And look at that. That thing is small. Wow. That is small right there. So let's get this out. And let's see. Let's see if I can slide this. I'm trying to do this gently so I can put it back together. I'm not sure how this small. I think it's about the same size as the Plod Note. Let's see if I can get the Plod Note out of there. Yeah, it's about the same size. So look, they look very, very similar. The Plod Note has like sharper edges right there on the top, but they look nearly identical. They really do. And when you turn it around, it looks nearly. Let's get that. It looks nearly identical on the back as well. So, yeah. I don't know if this is a good idea, but let's see if I put this in there. Yeah, it even fits in the Plod Note case, just like it even fits in the Plod Note case. Even when you look on the back, the charging connectors even fit in the little cutout too. So yeah, it's that's kind of cool. Now you're also going to get. Let's see if I can. This is going to be the test. Can I fit it back in the little plastic sleeve? Oh, look at that. Look at that. My repackaging skills are getting better. All right, so it looks like on the bottom side, we are going to get the little leatherette case here. I don't know if it's real leather, but we're going to get the case here that we can slip the Umevo voice recorder in. We're going to get a little magnetic joint on there. It just snaps right into the back there. And that's if you don't have a device that has MagSafe, and you don't have a MagSafe case on your phone. You can use that little magnet there. So, all right, let's put this there. Put that back right there, and then we are going to have the accessories here, and it looks like we are going to get the AI voice. I mean the USB-C to USB-A to USB-C adapter dongle there, and then this is going to be the charging cable. It's going to be USB-A to whatever this proprietary thing is right there. And I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, well, it's hard trying to get that in focus. So I don't know if, let's see if this is going to fit. This fit on. Oh yeah, look at that. It actually fits on the Plod Note. So I think the Plod Note charger is probably also going to work on this Umevo one. So it says to me that whoever manufactures these things probably are probably making all of these devices, or they're making a lot of them. And so big ups to them. That is very, very nice. I'm digging this. I was really not thinking about this at all. I was like, like when they wrote me, I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure there's anything different about it. But I can tell you one thing that I like about this already, and that is the fact that it has unlimited transcription service. That's a big deal. That is a real big deal because nobody wants to pay for anything that you don't have to. So, all right, I'm gonna do a proper video on that one. So expect a full dedicated video on that later. Let's see here. All right. You know what? Let's go back to this side. We started on this side. Let's stay on this side here. I don't know what this one is, but let's open it up. Let's see here. Let's see. This is going to be what is this? Oh, it says this is a USB-C multi-hub. It's from Moken. It says Moken. All right, let's do this. Let's grab this. And let's go ahead. Where is my Amazon? And let's see if I can scan this barcode from Amazon so that I can figure out where it's from. All right. And I'm not sure which one this is because it opened up a page with a bunch of them. So I'm not sure. Let me hit that first one here and see if this is it. Oop, I don't want to add it to my cart. I just want to open it up. All right, let's see here. Maybe this is it. We'll see. Let me see if I go. I think this is the one. Excuse me. Let's see. View browsing history. Yep. I think this is it right here. The USB-C hub for MacBook Pro, Air, Mac dongle, 3-in-1 USB-C port, USB-C to HDMI, USB-C to RJ45 Ethernet, the Moken 8-in-1 USB-C to HDMI adapter, 100-watt PD charging, USB-C to SD and TF card reader, USB-C hub. So nice. All right. It looks like if we look here, it looks like this port right here is going to be USB 3.0, and that looks like it has a lightning port, so it looks like it's going to be data. And then these two, maybe it's data and charging. These two are USB 3.0 for data. And then if we come on this side here, it looks like we're going to get, this one's going to have a 100-watt PD. This is going to be a full-size SD card and micro SD card reader. And then HDMI cable, so you can plug in to a monitor. And then we have Ethernet in case you want to plug in directly to an Ethernet port, which is, I can tell you right now, it's nice when you look at this. It's going to have gigabit speeds. It's nice because when you are trying to, like, if you want to see how fast stuff is, like I get pretty good wireless speeds here, but if you needed to like really upload a lot, like say you needed to upload just gigs and gigs and gigs of stuff, when you plug in you plug directly into your router, it is amazing how much faster the speeds that you get are. So this one says it says the MacB, it doesn't say which one it is. It says it's the model MOUC 0317, and I'm not sure which model this one is. Let's see if there's a model number on here. I don't know if it's sometimes these model numbers are sometimes they're hidden a little bit on here about which one is which, and I am not seeing it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here we go. Model, brand, manufacturer, SM. No, I'm not seeing the model number. That's odd. Unless I'm just not seeing it. I'm overlooking it. All right, well, whatever. It's not on there. I was looking on there. I guess I didn't bring you guys in on that last bit. But anyways, all right, let's go ahead. Let me just open this up. Take a look at it. And here it is. Yeah, it feels, one thing I will say, it feels like it has a little weight to it. It feels good. This outer part, it kind of looks metal, but it feels plastic. And again, you do have these various ports. Let me see if I can give you a better view. So you can see right there, we're gonna have our, this is gonna be the 100-watt PD port. We're gonna have our SD card slot, micro SD card slot, HDMI port, and then on this side we are going to have our USB 3.0. So these are gonna both be for USB A. And then we're going to have USB 3.0 for USB-C, which is nice because a lot of these hubs will have a USB-C port for charging, but not for data. So that's kind of nice to have. And then on this side, we have our Ethernet port, so we can plug in directly to a router, which is very nice. So, yeah, that is pretty sweet. And again, this is from Mokin, and it does have a power. It looks like it has a power button on here as well, so you can turn this thing off and on. So if you don't want to have it on all the time, it should work just fine. I'm gonna have to test this thing out because I want to know if this is gonna work with an iPad. So if I plug this into my iPad, will I be able to plug multiple drives into it? Because sometimes, for instance, if I'm shooting. If I'm out shooting and I shoot a bunch of video and then I go back to the hotel at night and I want to dump my footage, it's like right now I have a 2 terabyte iPad, but if I want to dump my footage, I have to move everything off the SD cards or the memory card onto the iPad and then transfer it off the iPad onto a hard drive. Sort of a waste of time. It would be much easier if I can plug in here a memory card reader and then also a SSD drive or hard drive, whatever I have with me, and then just use the iPad as an interface and just drag and drop files from one drive, from like the memory card to whatever drive I have. That would be pretty great. And then now with the iPad, if you're using Final Cut Pro or something, you can actually edit directly from those external drives. So that's kind of nice. So yeah, this might actually really come in handy. I'm gonna have to check and see if it works with my iPad. I would love it if someone had sent me an iPad, like an iPad hub, where I could plug directly in to the iPad and it has a little hub, like a little thing that just is like connected on there, like a little thin thing that plugs into the USB-C port of the iPad and then gives me some extra connections. So yeah, guess we'll see. Oh, look at that. Papa Avery in the building says, Happy New Year, gent. Sounds like Larry left his voice in 2025. I did, man. I have been sick for a good minute now. It feels like, God, it just feels like it's been a minute. I went to CES in Vegas. And then after Vegas, I went to San Diego to visit my brother. And then after San Diego, I was originally planning on going home from San Diego, but instead I went to Colorado to the ranch. And when I got to the ranch, I started to feel a little bit lousy. And so by the time I got home, I was pretty wiped. And I just didn't feel good. And then I started, I was extra congested and all that stuff. And I went to the doctor. They tested me for everything. They tested me for SARS and COVID and the flu and pneumonia and x-rayed my chest and all that. They tested me for RSV, everything. They said everything came back negative. They just said I had some sort of upper respiratory infection or something. So, but it's been taking a while to sort of get my breath back and get my energy levels back up. And I feel like I've been coughing a lot, and it's, I'm clearing out my chest. I'm getting a lot of that mucus and stuff out, which is very nice. But it's just taking a little bit of time. And my voice has been gone because I've been having this deep, raspy cough, and my voice is just gone. So, anyways, shout out to Mokin, and it looks like this is the one that they sent me right here. And this thing is going to be it's an 8-in-1 hub. It's going to be $24.99. So it looks like it's a very nice hub. I do want to try this out and see if this is going to work with my iPad, because if it does, excuse me, this is probably going to be a hub that travels with me when I go out onto the road. So big ups. Big ups. And I mean, I'm happy to see Papa Avery in the building, man. Shout out again to Papa Avery. I'm happy to see him. Man, I gotta tell you, I need to hook up with Brandon and do a show. I haven't done his show for a while. And I haven't done a show with Lamont for a while either. Lamont and I were supposed to do one of his shows a while back. And then something happened where he couldn't make it. And then we tried to reschedule. And then I couldn't make it. And then we sort of just like, it just sort of got lost in the mix after that. So I feel like I need to touch base with everybody. I feel like I've been lacking and not, I've just been lacking on sort of like maintaining my connections and my network over the last couple of months. And I've been slipping. Part of it is because I've been on the dumps a little bit better, you know, with all the YouTube stuff can get you down a little bit when it's not going your way all the time. So, but I love the fact that I'm still been watching Brandon's videos and seeing his channel grow. It is inspiring when you're down a little bit and you're not seeing your stuff grow, and it feels good to look and see your brothers over there succeeding. It says, yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it. I can still do this and I can keep it pushing. So I'm happy he's doing it. And I need to reach out to him. He has reached out to me a few times about doing a couple of his shows, but the last couple of times he's reached out, I've been sick. I couldn't even speak. I was like, first of all, I didn't even have the breath to talk, and then I didn't even have a voice. So I was like, I have to pass. And then a couple of times I was out of town. So I'm looking forward to it, though. Looking forward to it. So shout out to Matt Will says, maybe you could join them on Wonder Man if they cover it. I think they are covering it. That would be cool. Yeah, maybe that's a good thing. I just started watching Wonder Man the other night. I watched the first, I think, 2 episodes. I need to get through and keep watching. So we'll see. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna reach out about that. So, all right. Thank you so much, Pop Avery says. I hope you get better soon. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting there. One of the things is, it's like once you start feeling your energy level come back, that's when you start feeling like, okay, I can go back out into the world and do stuff. Like I wanted to do this haul video like a week ago. And I just didn't have the energy to do it. I was like, not only did I not have the voice, I was like, I just didn't have the energy. And so like today, I was like, I don't really have my voice, but I had the energy. So I was like, I'm going to do it. If my voice completely goes out on me when I'm filming, then I'll just have to cut it short. But so far, I'm 2 hours in and my voice is still holding up. So we'll see how it goes. I do have my tea over here. It's pretty much lukewarm at this point. I probably should have put the lid on there. With the lid on there, it stays warm for hours. But anyways, all right. Let's keep it going. Let's see what we have in this box here. Check this out. All right. Let's see, what do we have here? And this is, what is this? Oh, this is from Newer. All right, I like stuff from Newer. That means it's some kind of camera gear. I'm loving that. Let's see what we have. Let me cut through this plastic. Let's see. I knew they were going to send me something, but I wasn't sure if they had sent it out yet. So this right here, I'm not going to be able to open right now because I am going to do a full review of this. So I need to do like a proper unboxing and all that. So let me see if I can get, man, they really packaged this thing up nicely. All right. Oh, nice. All right. This is the Z150. This is a mini camera flash from Newer. I'm loving this. Look how small that is. It looks like a little tiny little retro flash with the dial on top. Now, it does have the digital readout in the back. That's not retro. But I do love the fact that it's this little mini flash. And these little mini flashes are very popular lately. They're sort of very directional. But I love the fact that you can put this flash on there and go out and take pictures of your friends and stuff. So if you're going out for a nice night on the town and you bring your camera with you and it's dark because you're in a bar or something, you can throw the flash on, pop some pictures, and have a good time with it. So anyways, I'm going to check this thing out and see how it goes. But this is the model Z150, and let's check this. Let me see what this says. This is the Newer Z150. Let's see what this says. And there it is. It's only 30 bucks. Look at that. It's $30.99. It is a 20 watt hour or watt second light. Guide number 15. So it's not like you guys can't even see that. Let me bring you in. Sorry. There we go. The newer mini camera flashlight, 20 watt second, guide number 15. It has a 1200 milliamp hour battery, which I think is fantastic. So it is rechargeable, which you can see right here on the side. It has a USB-C port. Now, I don't know if you can connect this to like a power bank and let it and basically have it run continuously. Not like it's just popping off, but like if you're shooting and you don't have to worry about, charging this thing up or losing power on the go because it stays charged up as you're using it. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be kind of cool there. And you can see there, that's the flash head. This is the dial, so you can see, you can decide what power strength you want it. It looks like you can go anywhere from full power all the way to like 1/64th. And I don't know what this S1 and S2 is. Maybe you can connect 2 flashes or something. I'm not sure. And then it has a power button and a little flash button, so you can I believe you can push that to test the flash. And then you can see there it says wide compatibility. So it says compatible with standard single contact hot shoe cameras. Says with touch point. So I don't believe this is going to give you TTL. So it says it's compatible with Canon, Nikon, Pentax. It says it's not compatible without touch. So you have to have the touch point. It's compatible with Olympus, Fuji, Film, and Sony. So it looks like maybe it's going to work with all of those different brands. So even though it says it's for the Z150. It says it's called the Z150 but maybe I guess it doesn't matter. Like it says it's compatible with all of them for Canon, Nikon, Sony, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But it says there you go, you have that retro guide number. You can adjust, I guess you can adjust the color. Oh, that is the color temperature, 6,000 Kelvin. Flash output, full power to 1/64th. Has a 3-second recycling time. That's if you're at full power. It's probably much faster if you're at if you're at like, quarter power, eighth of a power or something. That 1200 milliamp hour battery, so you get that built-in battery. And it says 640 full power flashes. That's nice. Jeez. 640 full power flashes on a full charge. That is pretty sweet. That is a lot. I mean, you could go out for the night with that thing on full power and get a lot. I mean, that's pretty nice. That means like if you're shooting at full power, which I don't think you probably need to most of the time if you're shooting like, just like friends and family and stuff at like a barbecue or whatever, you're probably going to be shooting more so at like an eighth of a power, maybe 1/16th or something like that. But if you need full power, you can still get, 600 and something photos out of it, 600 and something flashes out of it. So if you drop that down, you're just extending how many pops you get out of it, the lower power you go. So, but you can see there, it says manual mode. It says rotate the wheel to adjust the flash power. It says S1 optical using the S1 function. The flash can be configured as a slave light, creating diverse lighting effects in manual environments to synchronize with the initial flash from the master flash unit. So if you have another flash that you want to use, you can and it has the ability to work as a master. As a slave unit. This one can either be. It looks like this one says you can be configured to work as. So this one can work as a slave. So instead of being a master, so this one can pop off. If you have another light that's triggering, this one can work as a slave light. So, but they do have some other units on here. So the S1, this is the S120 SE. There you go. And then they have, let's see. this one right here, this is the TT520, 560. This is a TTL flash, which is nice, which means that it should connect. It should connect with your camera and read the settings and the lighting conditions, so that you can actually use the through the lens. When they say, well, it says TT, it should be TTL, which is through the lens. But that's a different flash. That's not the one that I have. So, anyways, I have this one, the Z150, and that's what it's going to look like, say, on like a Fuji camera or something like that. So, anyways, should be pretty nice. I'm going to check it out and see how it goes. Again, you have that that USB-C port you can plug into. It's nice and small, weighs 3 ounces, so you can put this in your pocket and take it with you. And yeah, so there we go. All right, well, big ups to Newer for sending this out. I am definitely going to unbox this thing out and test it out and see how it goes. I'll have to test it in like a dark scenario, and then I'll have to test it like in a bright scenario and see how it works there too. So, all right, because that's one thing I really like is like you shooting flash, like shooting flash in the daytime. Love that look. It's great because you can have it nice and bright all around you, and if you're like under a tree and it's shady, normally you would come out dark, but you put that flash on and pop that flash to light you up, and then you look nice and bright. The background like sort of is like glowing back there. It's a very cool look. I love it. So, all right, let's see what this one is here. This is, I don't know who this is from. It just says coming from Jamaica, New York. So, all right, let's see. And this has absolutely nothing on the box. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the nondescript, fully recyclable cardboard box. I like it. Oh, look at that. All right, shout out to Woobin. This is a Woobin light. Man, I'm getting all kinds of stuff that I need to do full reviews of. Man, I'm going to be busy. So this is the Woobin E8, and this is a 1300 max output, 1300 lumen max output light with a 109 meter beam. Wow, look at that. That is bananas. That is pretty crazy. And it has a UV light as well. So, man, this is the Woobin E8. Now, I don't know if this one, it does have a barcode on there, but I don't know if this is going to, show up on Amazon because it's not an Amazon barcode. This is this is just some other barcodes. Let me see if anything will show up on here. Nothing. All right, let me try this. Sometimes if you just do a search with the camera, you can do that. And nope, it's not showing up. All right, well, sometimes when technology fails you like that, you just have to go in and manually just type it in. So let's just go in and type in Woobin E8 and booyaka. Let's see. We have the E7. There we go. But we have the X4. I have that light. I love that light. That right now is my favorite light. That thing is awesome. All right, let's see. I see the X4, the E7. I don't see, you know what? This light might not be out yet. It may not be out yet. All right, let's try this. Let's click on the E7 and let's go to their store. And sometimes you can see the new arrivals and we'll see what they have. So it looks like they have an L3 that's a new arrival, a PL01. They have a G5. They do have some nice lights. They have the X2 Pro. That is a nice looking light. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Man, they do have some cool stuff on here, but I'm not seeing the E8. which says I might need to go to search for Woobin light. There we go. And there it is. We can see it on their website. Well, we did see it a second ago. Here we go. Let's click that. And there it is. The Woobin E8 Compact Magnetic Modular EDC Flashlight. And it says normally it's $75 or $74.99. It's 20% off, so it makes it $59.99 or $60. And it says modular design, mix and match, and customize with magnetic snap-on panels, dual light modes, 1300 lumen white light, plus 2-watt, 365 nanometer UV for all-around use. All-around bright side lights provide 50 lumens of hands-free illumination. Always ready, 36 hours of runtime with rechargeable or AA batteries. AA battery option. It says built tough, IP68 waterproof and made with aluminum alloy. Pocket sized, only 90 grams. Compact, lightweight, and designed for everyday carry. And they have the titanium edition. Excuse me, made of titanium material, more drop resistant, corrosion resistant, and more reliable in extreme environments. Look at that. That is pretty sweet right there. I'm digging that. I think this is going to be the 2 white light, LED panels, and this is going to be the UV one. So, but I guess those are some of the panels that you can swap out there. So it does have that pocket clip on there, and I think that's a magnetic back right there. And there you go. Oh, look at that! It actually comes with a Type-C battery that recharges. I like that. That's pretty cool. And then there's some colors there you can see. And yeah, this is very nice. All right, $59. I don't know, what was that showing on the bottom? Oh, these are different lights there. So you can get, like, the other lights are going to be the different prices. So yeah, actually I have this light right here. This one, the X3 Owl, I actually have it right on my desk. This one I actually, when I was traveling, I took this one with me, and this is actually the little dock so that you can charge it. But that is the light right there, and it kind of does look like an owl. But this is kind of cool because it turns, and you can rotate the head just like that, or you can turn it again. You can see like there how it's on. I turned it on accident, but there you go. And now I can rotate this head, and now it's like this. So if I wanted to mount it like this, or if I had this clip on me, like if I wanted to put this clip, let's see if I can get this thing. If I had it like this, I can have it like this and walk around, or I can put it on a hat, or I can do all kinds of stuff with it. And it has a LED screen on the top there, so you can actually see your battery levels and your brightness levels and all that stuff there. So yeah, very cool. Anyways, I'm gonna open this up later so that we can check this thing out. But this is the Woobin E8. Very nice. Man, I have a lot of unboxings to do. Oh, that's what happens when you get sick, though. You just, you get backed up with stuff, and people send you all kinds of goodies, and then you have plenty of work to do. So, all right, let's get this thing opened up. Let's see what we have here. And let's see. What do we have in? What is this? Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Now, when I was at CES, I stopped by this booth for this company called Blade & Stone. Very cool name, by the way. But they make electric shavers and razors and such. And so they said, I told them, like, I was interested in reviewing this. This one here is a head shaver. And I actually was using a different head shaver from a company called Skull Shaver, which I absolutely really did enjoy using that shaver. It was quick, it was easy to use, and one thing I just liked about it, it was very quick, and it gave me a close shave. But it actually broke. I took it with me to use on my trip, and when I got to Vegas, I opened up my suitcase, and the thing was in about 100 different pieces. I don't know what happened to it. It just sort of like exploded in my suitcase. But I saw these people and they had a head shaver, and I was like, I would actually love to try this thing out. And I told them, hey, this is the other one I normally use, but it died on me or broke, and they were like, we're gonna send you one out. But I was really also interested in this. And this thing, see if I can show you here. This is the NR001, and this is a world premiere. This says shaving revolutionized. And this thing is like, it looks like a regular razor. It looks like a regular razor that you would use, except it's electric. And this thing is supposed to, it says shaving revolutionized all in one stroke. And this thing is supposed to last for a very, very long time. And let me show you here. Let me see. Let me show you what that looks like right there. Yeah. And so you take this out. I think there's, yeah. So this, you have to power this thing. Oh, you see it right there? And look at that. Look at that. Look how quick that's going. That is just like that. It's like it's shaving me already. I'm like, I need to shave. You can see I haven't shaved for a while. I'm over here looking like a straight ragamuffin. And so I'm going to take this thing and I am going to test it in the real world with my real face and see how it goes. And then once I get my face shaved up and ready to go, I'm going to take my clippers and trim down my hair. And then I'm going to charge up the Blade and Stone. This is the diamond, it says Diamond Blade, shave to achieve a bald head shaver. And this one is the model HS505. And I'm looking forward to trying this one out and see how it goes. This one's IPX6 rated, so it's waterproof. I'm gonna go ahead and try this thing out. And it says on the back, this one's gonna come with, it has the body, the 5-blade rotary shaver, precision clippers, 3 clipper guards, nose and ear trimmers, exfoliation brush, scalp scrubber, and the USB-C charger. Now this has a precision clipper, so I may not even need to use my regular my regular clippers to cut this down. I might be able to use this to actually cut my hair down and then use the shaver to actually shave my head bald. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try that out. And here is the charging cable right there. As you can see here, it's very nice. So the charging thing is on the bottom here. Let me see if I can show you right quick here. Let me bring this in. So here we have it. Here, let me see. The camera locked up on me. Oop, cancel. There we go. All right. So here's the shaver. Here is the charging cable, and the charging port is right there on the back, and you just snap it right there, and boom, you just plug this in, and now you can charge this thing up, and it's ready to go. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'll be honest with you, I don't recall ever seeing an electric razor like this. And this excites me. This looks like it's going to do a fantastic job and cut very, very close. And if it does, and this thing works like I think it's gonna work, this might be the new way to shave. And yeah, and it's now it says this is a temporary pack, not for sale. This is a I want to say it's not, I guess it's a prototype, but not quite a prototype, but it's a not for sale version of it. So, you know, I'm taking my experience with it with a grain of salt if it doesn't work well. And if it works well, I'm going to be very excited because I think they're going to make some improvements. They did say, hey, let us know what you think about it when you test it out, because they're still making some adjustments to it. But I'm excited for it. And let me see if I can show you guys right quick. Let me see if I can go to, let me see here, Blade and Stone. And let's see here. There we go. And you can see it says huge sale, 35% off. So, You have this shaver there. Let's see if I can find. So this is the one that I have right here, the head shaver. It looks like this one's going to be 6435. So you have that. You can see all the different attachments that are going to come with it. So you can get all this stuff with it right there. So that's going to be pretty dope. So it looks like this is going to come off. And then you can put the other attachments on. And that actually is going to be a very nice thing. So yeah, see that there? You can take that off. So if I want to go ahead and shave and use this to take all of my, take my hair that's grown out, take it down to a point that's manageable, I can do that with the clippers there. And then I can use this, it's this exfoliation brush to actually sort of get my head ready to do the shaving. And then this thing, I'm not exactly sure what that one is. Maybe that's the exfoliation brush. I don't know. Oh, that's the scalp scrubber. So if you, excuse me, if you end up with like, you know, a dry scalp or something, sometimes after I haven't cut my hair for a while, I may have a bit of a dry scalp. You can scrub some of that dead skin off, and then you can then use the head shaver part to shave it. But you also have a nose trimmer here, so you can put this in there, and this is a ear and nose trimmer. So this is going to be a multi-device. You're going to have all kinds of devices, all kinds of different attachments you can use. So this could be like your one, because I have like, right now I have like three different devices. I have a nose trimmer, and I have a pair of clippers, and then I have a head shaver, and I also have a face shaver as well. So I don't really see a face shaving thing on here, but yeah, this could be a nose trimmer, head clippers, and the head shaver. So this can do all kinds of stuff. That is fantastic, and it's only $64.35. It's regularly $99. But here, and you see they have other things like the nose and ear trimmers. You can see they have the different guards or trimmer replacements and all that stuff there. So, yeah. And they don't have they don't have this NR001 model on their website yet, because I don't think it's quite ready just yet. They're still working on that. So, yeah. Anyways, that's Blade and Stone. I'm definitely looking forward to that. You'll see this one probably coming up soon, because I need to get myself looking like a respectable human being again instead of looking like a homeless ragamuffin with my hair all grown out. So, all right. We still have some more stuff to open up here, man. We still have some more stuff to open up. Papa Avery said, "Get the band back." I like it. I like it. Get the band back. We do. We need to get that. We need to get that up there. Let's see. Mark Guy says, "Gotta run, Larry. This old man is tired. Y'all have a blessed night." Thank you so much for coming through. I've been on for a long time, man. I've been on for like two and a half hours. So it's going on. It's going on. So let's see. Mark Wilson says, "Seems solid. I used to have a Gillette battery-powered shave. Didn't feel big difference with it though." So yeah, I guess I'll have to try. I have, like right now, I use a Braun 7 Series foil shaver, which is a very nice electric shaver. It cuts pretty close. I just bought new blades for it a few months back. Those blades lasted me for years. So, but I just use that for my face. I do like it because it's a wet dry shaver, so I can use shaving cream or whatever I want with it as well. So yeah, we'll see. All right. This one here is from B&H. I actually know what this one is because I ordered this myself. I saw it on B&H. B&H, if you guys have not gone to B&H, if you're into photography or videography, even computer stuff, they have all kinds of good stuff. But let me just type in B&H photo video. If you ever go to B&H, this is B&H's website, they have all kinds of cool stuff in here. They really do. They have all kinds of great stuff on their site. But they also have this deal zone. And if you click right there, every day they have the deal zone. and they rotate. Well, I shouldn't say every day, almost every day. They have stuff in there where you can save some serious money. Like on here, you can see there it says small rig camera slider support kit for cars. I don't need that, but if you're someone who needs that, this thing is originally $679. It's down to $279. This backpack originally $234. You can get it for $99. Sometimes it's just they have too much of a particular product. Like this thing right here, I don't even know what it was. It's sold out, but it was $17.59 originally, so it was probably some ridiculous discount. But you can see that sometimes they'll put the past products on there so you can see what they had and you can see how much off it, the discount it was. And I have found some really fantastic deals on here. And so I usually like to go in and check this out. Sometimes I check it out every day. Sometimes I'll check it out a couple times a week or something. And sometimes you'll see down here they have more deals so you can see stuff on there. So, yeah. All right. But this was part of one of those deals for the day. It was I think it was like $29 or something. Let me see if it was, yeah, $29 after tax. Tax was $1.34 or $1.74, so it came out to $30.74. So I need to save that receipt because this is going to be a business purchase. But this is what I was loving about this. This is the Sunpack Professional Series 60-watt bicolor cob light. And it says with built-in battery and removable hand grip. See, I'm loving this. This is a 60-watt cob light. My light's up here right now. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let me see, where am I at? Here we go. My light's up here, like right there, 60-watt light. Over there, 60-watt light. Both of them are 60-watt lights, and they do a fantastic job of lighting me up in here. And so, but those lights were a bit more expensive. But when I saw this and I thought $29 and it comes with a hand grip, and it comes with a built-in battery, I was like, that's fantastic. And I was like, this should be, if it works, I was like, this is going to be great, because if I need to go out into the world and take a light with me, I can have this hand grip so I can set up on a tripod, hold the light and light the person up and do an interview or something, or talk to them, or I can put this on like a light stand and just have it shooting, hitting me. And I don't have to worry about finding, power banks or little charging stations or any sort of other power solution, because the battery's built right in. Now this thing's light, so I don't know how much that battery's gonna last, but these cob lights, they don't, these cob stands for chip on board, but like these LED lights like that, they don't really take much power. They just don't take much power. So you can see there, it's going to show the front view of the light there, and then it has a diffuser bulb on there. I'm not sure. I think this thing might have, I don't know if it has it looks like it has a Bowens mount in there. This is the light right there. It looks like it has a little Bowens mount in there. I don't know if it's a full-size one, but it looks like it. It looks like it might be a full-size Bowens mount. And so I should be able to use my other accessories if I want to. No, this might be a mini Bowens mount, but it definitely is a Bowens mount. It looks like a little mini one. But let's see. How do I get this? Let me see, get this thing in there. And yeah. But look how small that is. This is a little 60-watt light. And let's see, if I turn that on, there is power in there. And it says power on, CCT. And so, let's see. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. It's at 6,500 Kelvin right now. So I can dim this. I can take this thing and drop it down to 56K. Like my lights in here are set to 56 Kelvin, 5600 Kelvin, because that's like daylight. and then I can dim this or I can brighten it up. So I can get this thing super duper bright. That's 100%. Like, look at that. That's way too bright. Or I can drop this thing down to like, let's see, if I put this at like 15%, that's still pretty bright. That's only a 15%. I'm gonna drop it down to 5. That's probably better. So if I wanted to, I can have this thing going. That is super bright. It's not diffused at all now. But if I want to put a diffuser on there, I can just put the diffuser on there like this. Let's see if I can get that on top. Oop, let me see. Get that. Oop, I think I turned it off. Let me just turn that off right quick. Let's see if I can get this on there. Well, I have to work to get this thing on there. It's a little diffuser, but let's see. Get that there. I love the fact that when you turn this on, you'll see right there, it says, you see where it says CCT, and then you have to turn it. There's a little dial. You see the dial there? It says CCT. You have to turn that so it turns on. It's not just going to turn on. I think I actually hit the, there we go. 56, let me turn that, let me get that. All right, there we go. So I guess there's different modes on here too, because I saw something that said lightning. So you guess you can have like a lightning effect and all that. So this is amazing. This thing is so small. Look at that, that is tiny. That is tiny. If I should have bought 2 of these. I really should have bought 2 of these, because if I'm doing like a, if I'm doing an interview or something, I literally can set up 2 of these and I'm good. Or maybe even 3. I could set 2 of these things up. I can have one as like my key light, another is like a little kicker, and another is like a hair light. I should have bought 3 of them. They're only $29. I should have bought 3 of them. What was I thinking? Man, that is amazing. That is straight up amazing. And it's so tiny, you know, and it's it really is. It's so tiny. And it seems like it's quite powerful. It does have this hand grip here. So you can attach the hand grip and have someone hold it. So for instance, let's say that you're filming a you know, a person walking or talking or something. You can be filming with your camera. Maybe you have your camera on a gimbal and you're holding it, and you have your other person that you're working with holding the light on them as they're walking and talking, and you're backing up, and so you could do that. It also looks like it comes with a little mini ball head, so that you can put this onto, you know, like a light stand or something, and then adjust it. You're also going to get a charging cable. It's going to be USB-A to USB-C, and yeah, that's pretty nice. But it does have on the bottom, it does have a traditional 1/4-20 thread tripod mount, so you can put this on a traditional light stand or tripod or something. So you don't have to excuse me, you don't have to worry about like finding some adapter or something. You can just screw it on to like a light stand or a tripod or something, or like even like a monopod or something, and then use it. And because it's so light, it weighs next to nothing. You don't have to get something that's going to be very heavy or robust. You probably, if you're using it with like a softbox or a light stand or something, or a umbrella or something that's really diffusing it, you probably want to use it with a sandbag, just so that your the light stand, like the umbrella or the softbox, doesn't catch the wind and blow it over. But it's so light that if you were just to use it with a light stand, I think you would be fine. I don't think you'd have to worry about it. So yeah. Now this is pretty cool. The only thing that I wish, and I'm not even really complaining about it because it's $29. I wish this came with a case. I wish this came with a little case or a pouch to put everything in, so that you, like, this is okay. You can just take this box with you. The box is small enough. You could just take this with you. But it would have been nice if they had like a little case that you can put everything in, zip it up, and then take it with you. I'll be honest with you, now that I've seen, I mean, I have to try this. Don't get me wrong. I need to test it and see how it works. But I should have bought 3 of them. I should have bought 3 of them. This could have been probably everything I needed as a nice little portable kit. That's amazing. All right, big ups to Sunpack. Oh, you know what? Let me see. Let me go to B&H and see. Let me show you this thing. When I got it, it was $29. Sunpack. This is the, I don't know if it has a model number on here. It just says Sunpack. Let's see. 60 watt bicolor cob light kit. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, see, look at that. It's normally 99 bucks, and it was on sale for 29, and now it's back up to $99. Man, yeah, I should have bought 3 of these. What was I thinking? I guess because I didn't know. I didn't know if how it was gonna work. I mean, I hadn't used this before. The last time I bought a Sunpack light was like years and years and years ago. Oops, you guys can't even see this. I'm in there by myself. Let me show you. So here it is. Yeah, it's 99 bucks. And again, here it is. You can see what it looks like when you put the hand grip on. And so you can have that there. That's just pretty slick. You can use that to mount it onto your actual camera if you wanted. It's light enough you could actually mount it on your camera, which is kind of nuts. I want to know, I'm curious to know if there's a little mini tripod, if there's a tripod thread on the bottom of that handle. Let me see. There is a, so let's see, on the handle, look at that, on the bottom of the handle, there is a 1/4 tripod thread. So you can put this handle on, and then you can mount this onto a tripod. That's slick. That is really, really slick. I'm happy I got this. I mean, I'm gonna have to test it out. I think my biggest disappointment is, depending on how this thing works, is, am I gonna be disappointed that I didn't buy a few of them? Because I have a couple, you know, I have these lights in here, and I do have one other light that that's a 60 watt light that's small. And it's small and portable, but it's sort of it's not the most convenient if you need to use portable power. And so this right here with the battery built in, I think is fantastic, because you can just make sure you're fully charged before you go out to shoot. And assuming you're not shooting for hours and hours, it should be good. I need to test it though. Before I would take this on like a real professional shoot, I would need to test it, see how it works, and then I would need to make sure that the battery lasts for a while. And I'll have to read the instructions. I'm not sure. Maybe you can use this plugged into power. Maybe you can plug it in via USB-C and then use it. It says power source. Oh yeah, it says power source AC via USB-C charging cord, DC via built-in 3,000 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery. It says runtime up to 2 hours on full charge. 2 hours. That's awesome. If you're doing an interview or something, I mean, literally, you can go in, set up your lights. If you got a couple of these, you can set up your lights and then you can make sure everything looks good. And if you're waiting for your talent to come in, you just turn the lights off, and when they get there, you turn them on. make sure you do any last minute adjustments, and then you go. It's rare that you're doing an interview for 2 hours. Most people that you're interviewing don't have that much time to give you, so that's a pretty rare thing. Now it says up to 2 hours on full charge. Now I don't know if this thing is going to, I don't know, when they say up to 2 hours, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means it's going to get 2 hours at full power or if it's going to get 2 hours like at a lower power. I don't know. I would have to see. But yeah. I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna keep looking at B&H. I might even call B&H and be like, hey, I bought one. I meant to buy two. Can I get another one at that price? I don't know. Because if that thing works, that's a fantastic deal. I'm gonna have to look for another one of those. So shout out to Big Ben from across the pond, man. It says, what's up, King Larry? Shout out to Big Ben. Uh-oh, I'm frozen. What happened? Oh no, I froze up. Can you guys still see me? Can you hear me? All right, there I am. I'm still on with you. I think my camera disconnected. Let me see if I can get this thing back up and crack-a-lackin'. Go. Oh man, my cam link is jacked up on me. All right, let me try this. I'm gonna turn my. Sometimes when my cam link disconnects, it's hard to get it back, and I don't know why. But sometimes it gets disconnected, and then it doesn't show up again, right? So, all right, let me unplug it. You probably can hear the audio changing because it's changing. It's going from my overhead mic to the. Yeah, for some reason it's like I don't know what happened. I don't know why my cam link is tripping on me. Again, we're gonna get this thing back. I only have a couple more products to get through, so we're gonna get through them. Camera back up. There we go. All right, we are back up. All right. So, man, shout out to Sunpack and B&H, man. That is a nice light. That is a nice light. So, all right. Big Ben says, sorry to see you feeling a little rough. Yeah, man. You know, it's been a minute too. I'm tired of being sick and feeling this way. But I do feel like I'm getting better. You know, every day I feel a little bit better. My voice is still rough. I'm still coughing a bit, but my energy level is starting to pick up again, which I think is good. So that's always good to be able to you know, feel your energy come back. So, all right, let's get this thing open. If we can pull this, some of these pull tabs don't work for me. Every time I try and pull something, I pull it, and I don't get it open all the way. And I don't like to stick my hands in there too much because I get paper cuts and then I'll be all bent out of shape about that. So, all right, let's see. All right, this one, I recognize this one because I actually ordered this for myself. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work for me. I may end up sending this back, but I wanted a nice sling bag. I have a couple of bags. I have a lot of bags, but I wanted a nice sling bag. And when I was in CES, when I was leaving CES, I was in the airport. I saw this brother walking in the airport. And he had this brand, and I liked the bag. I was like, "What is that bag?" I said, "I like that." And he says, "Oh, it's a Tomtac." He was like, "I bought it on Amazon." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna check it out." I said, "Do you mind if I take a picture of it so I can get the name right?" He said, "Yeah, no problem." So I took a picture of the name, and so this is it. I guess I need to get this. I guess I need to cut that little piece of whatever off there so that I can attach it properly. Let me get that piece of plastic cut off. All right. And there we go. And now this attaches right here. There we go. And now it's a sling bag. And so now I can attach it. I can sling it over my shoulder like this. And there we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably don't want to look at my butt, but there it is. And you can, and it attaches on either side, so you can have it. You can have it on either side. You can see how it attaches here, or it can attach over there. And then I think this is a 7-liter or 10-liter bag. I'm not really sure. Let me see. I don't remember. I think this might be a 7-liter bag. Let me see. Tomtac Recycle Collection. Tips and warranty. Yeah, I don't remember. I'll have to look and see if it shows inside which one this is. I don't remember. I think it's in my history. I can probably look it up. But I like this. It zips down so I can fit plenty of stuff in there like that. So one thing I like about this is it looks like there's enough room that if I want to carry a camera, like a full-size camera, let me grab like this. Like this is my A6400 with, or excuse me, my A6700 with the 18 to 105. Look at that, I can toss that in there, no problem. I still have plenty of space. I have enough room in here so I can fit my, I can fit my iPad and stuff in there. I think I can actually fit a MacBook and probably an iPad. But if I grab, let's see, this is my iPad Pro. I have an 11-inch iPad Pro. I can grab this, and I have to make sure the Velcro is pulled back a little bit, and then throw this right on in there. Look at that. Put that right on in there. Boom. Velcro right down. It's fully suspended. And there's a little, and this is the cool thing. It goes down, and there's right here. This is actually padded. So if you set this down, like, oh, well, it's hitting my camera, but it's right there. If you set this down, it's hitting the pad. It's not actually hitting your like your computer or your iPad that you have in there, which is very cool. So, but I think I can actually fit this. There's like that other little pocket right there in the front. I can fit that there. So if I wanted to put if I wanted to put both my my laptop and my iPad in there at the same time, I could. So, but I like this because it seems like it's got plenty of space. It looks like there's a slot inside. I don't know if you can see that, for like a water bottle. I'm not a big fan of putting the water bottle inside the bag because if it spills or something, it's going to get all over your stuff. So, and not to mention, I don't really want to open my bag to have to access my water. I'd rather just be able to get it on the outside. But I love the fact that there's plenty of pockets inside. That to me, I think is just super dope. There is also on the back here, which I think is very cool, there is a hidden pocket on the back. So you can, let's see if I can get this thing open. So there you go. So like if you wanted to put, say, like your passport or a wallet or something, that way it's like if somebody was to like somehow sneakily get into your bag while it's on your back, they're not going to be able to get to this pocket because this pocket is going to actually be pressed right up against your body. That is very cool. That's a nice place to hide your valuables, like your cash, your IDs, all the stuff that you really don't want to lose. And then you have this front pocket here too, where you can put some various things. Like this to me is where I would put stuff like if I would want to put like maybe some like batteries to to quickly access if I was shooting. Maybe I'd put a memory card or something in there. I'd probably put, I might put like a face mask or snacks or Kleenex or something in there. Yeah, this thing seems like it is going to be a very, very cool bag. And I chose this color because I always have like black bags, like black and gray. I was looking for something that was going to be just a little bit more interesting. Kind of matches what I'm wearing today, oddly enough. But yeah, so I'm going to have to give this thing a try. I'm going to have to really try this thing out. And I wanted a bag that I can take with me as sort of like my everyday carry bag when I'm out and about. Like if I'm traveling somewhere and I don't want to take like a bag that looks like a camera bag. Like, I don't want to take a bag that looks like I'm carrying a bunch of camera gear. I want to just have like a regular old day bag. And I think this will do nicely because I can fit a camera in there easily. I can fit an extra lens somewhere in there easily. And then I can fit my iPad and some other knickknacks. And I can have it easily accessible because it's a sling bag. So, and this one here, let me see if I can find this so I can show you guys how much this thing actually cost. I'm trying to remember. Oops, let's see. Let's go back to, let me go into Amazon. Let me check my orders, and here is the bag. Let me bring you guys in so you can see. So this is it. This is the TomTalk 7-liter sling pack, backpack crossbody bag for men and women. EDC backpack chest shoulder bag for 14-inch MacBook Pro. Look at that. So yes, I can carry my MacBook Pro. Will fit. It says 14-inch MacBook Pro M5, 13-inch MacBook Air or Pro, 13-inch iPad Pro M5. Excuse me. iPad Air M3. It says organized daily use work travel S. So yeah. And it says it's $55. It looks like they have this other gray one here that is that's going to be $62, and then $54.89 is going to be the black one. So I do like the black one. I almost got the black one because I like black. It looks good. It always looks good. But I decided to go for something different. I think I'll be happy with the khaki. I think I'll be happy with the khaki. So we'll see. But yeah, $54. It's not too bad. It's not the cheapest bag in the world, but it's not the most expensive one either. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah. All right. We have one box left. We have, look at that. Matthew Wilson says that's perfect matching your hoodie. That is true. That's crazy. I wasn't even planning that, but I guess it works. So, excuse me. Let's see. Big Ben says, and you'll get to watch the Pats in the Super Bowl in just over a week. Oh, God. Here you go, man. It says, I've been looking for a sling bag, but want something quite small. You know, there's some nice small ones. It's funny, I have a nice small one. I forgot who makes that bag. And I was using it for quite a while. But every time I would take it out and use it, I found that I wanted to carry more. Or the stuff that I want excuse me, that I want to carry was bigger. And so I ended up deciding that I was going to get a bigger bag. And I have a bigger one. I want to say it's probably a 12 or 15 liter tactical sling bag. It's nice, but it's a little too big. And it's just like one big compartment. It doesn't really have a lot of pockets inside. So there's some stuff on the outer sides of it. But it's not my favorite. It's okay. The whole tactical look thing, it's not really for me, I don't think. It looks okay, but it's not really for me. And then I have another bag from Pack Safe, which I think is very nice. But it's a little bit of a flatter bag. It's a little flatter profile. And so when I'm trying to put like a camera in there, it doesn't always fit the best. And so it's nice for like, you know, if I'm not carrying a camera with me, if I'm just like taking my iPad and maybe a few other things with me, it's okay. But I think something like this TomTalk bag is going to work out nicely. So, all right, we have one last box here. It is a big one. And I have absolutely no idea what's inside this thing. But something with a battery, because I can see on here somewhere. Where is it at? Somewhere. Where is it at? There we go. It says there's a battery in there. And I recently learned that these battery numbers mean something. Now, obviously they meant something, but I don't know what they mean. Something, I think I saw something that means like one means that it's like a battery inside of a device, and the other ones mean it's like the battery by itself or something like that. But I don't know what this thing is. Oh, I think I do know what this is now that I think about it. I think I do know what it is. All right, we'll see if I'll have to see if I'm right. I think this might be a ring light. Let's see if I'm right. I could be wrong, but I think I am 100% right. And this is it. This is the newer, let me put that down a little. This is the newer RL18 smartphone ring light kit. So this looks like it's gonna be pretty nice. So if you've ever seen like those beauty vloggers or beauty bloggers, whoever, they have those nice ring lights and they get that beautiful glow on their face with that nice even light. This is how they do it. And other people use them too, like if they're doing like live streams and stuff, because it gives them like this really nice, even, glowing light on them. And it's a little bit easier than having like a giant setup like this. But I'm gonna set that down because, you know, it's getting a little heavy holding it like that. But let me see if I can, let me put my knife away before I stab myself. Let me see if I can pull it up on Amazon, because there is a link on there. And let's see, Amazon. Hit barcode. Let me scan that, see if anything comes up. And there it is. All right. Let me see if I can pull this up and show you guys. All right. Let me go back to my Zoms of Amma. And here it is. This is the newer ring light 18-inch kit, 55 watt. 56K professional LED with stand and phone holder, soft tube and bag for tattoo, lash extension, barber, makeup, artist studio, video photography, lighting. This is the RL18, and this is the bag. You can see it's kind of nice. It comes, you can put it all in that bag right there. You're gonna have the charging cable. I'm not sure what that little red thing is right there, but you can see that they have these panels. They're little diffusion panels. So you can have the white ones, so that you get sort of more of a white, sort of pure light, and then you have the orange ones that give you more of like a sort of like a orangey daylight color. But you can see there are people who use them if they are doing like nail art or tattoo art or something like that. And then you can see here like people who are doing like beauty vlogging. You can see how even it is on her skin and stuff like that. Some people use it if they're doing product photography, and then other people use it for like gaming and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's 18 inches, so it's going to be nice and big, and 55 watt. It's going to be nice and powerful. So that's going to be really, really nice. You can see there it has adjustable brightness. And then it has that color temperature, so you have either 56K or 3200K filters on there. And then you have the brightness levels that you can make adjustments to. So, and then again, it says designed for soft lighting. So you can leave it off and have more of a harsh light, but it makes more sense to have the soft light diffusion on there. And then you can see there, it says there, oh, that little red thing was a Bluetooth remote. Okay, that's nice. So you have a Bluetooth remote that says, includes Bluetooth remote shutter controller for your mobile phone. Oop, where'd it go? Let me get back into it. All right. So there you go. So you can actually set that up, and then you can click it so that you can have your camera set up. And so once you have it set up, you can click it and start and stop your videos or take pictures if you want. So that's kind of nice. And then You can see it says professional lighting setup, and it has, oh, look at that. So it has soft tube. That's what they mean by soft tube. So you can get the right angle that you need. I didn't know that. I don't think I've seen that before. So I don't know if that's an extension or something that you put on there, or if it just comes with it. So now it does say you can use this with mobile phones. You can also use it with your DSLR cameras. I would say if you're going to use this with a DSLR camera, just make sure if this soft tube thing is on there, make sure that your camera isn't too heavy, because you don't want that tube to start drooping and your camera to go crashing down. So I would double check that before you do that. And then let's see here. It says folding tripod stand. So, oh, I guess it comes with a stand as well. Nice. All right. So it says folding tripod stand. So you'll get that. It says 4-section adjustable, folds for storage, quarter-inch screw. So it should fit with most standard tripod thread mounts. So, and then again, this was just going to show the package contents, which is going to be the light stand, the filters, the Bluetooth shutter release, one soft tube. So that's nice. So the soft tube comes off, so you don't have to use the soft tube. That's nice. And then one ball head, phone holder, power adapter, power cable, and then one carrying bag to carry everything in. So this looks like it's going to be a pretty nice deal. I like it. $89. Looks like it's 18% off. It's normally $109.99. And they do have some other ones, it looks like there. It looks like you can get one that has like a I guess like a tube that goes over it, sort of a soft diffusion thing that goes over it. And then they have this other one here. I'm not sure what the difference is. This one says with floor something or the other. But they have a number of different models. So if the one that, for instance, they sent me doesn't happen to work for you, they do have some other models that may work. And this one looks like it's maybe an RGB version, and it also looks like it has some digital display on there as well, which is kind of slick. So nice. It looks like this one here. It looks like you're going to have to be plugged in all the time. It says phone holder, tube, lashes. It looks like, yeah, you're gonna have to be plugged in all the time with this. I don't see an option. For portable power, which can be a little bit of a bummer, because if you're trying to take this with you somewhere, or you need to move it someplace in the house or wherever, and you need the power, you need to power it without being plugged in, that might be a problem. It would be nice if this was able to be powered either by like a Sony MPF battery, or maybe like plug in with a USB-C port. And maybe you can plug this in with it. But it looks like when you look at the like all the contents, it looks like it's going to need to use this particular power adapter. So it doesn't look like it's going to work with like a USB-C port. But that would be nice if it did. So, but I'm going to have to test this out. I'm going to have to review it and try it out and see how it goes. But I do have some. It looks like I'm going to have a little bit of filming to do, because I have 2 lights I need to test. I have what do I have? 2 lights and a microphone, a wireless mic set, and I feel like there was something else camera related in here that I needed to test. But I have a few things. I have a lot of products in here tonight. I have quite a few things in here I need to review tonight. So, or not tonight, but I'm going to review. I was planning on actually filming something tonight, but it's a little bit late, being that it's almost 2 in the morning. So I think I'll wait till tomorrow to actually get this stuff going. So I think maybe tonight I'll just call it a night, get some sleep. Maybe I'll go watch an episode of Wonder Man, then go to sleep and get up tomorrow and get to work. So Anyways, thank you all for showing up and showing out. Big ups. Matthew Wilson says, take care, Larry. I'll watch the rest later. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I'm up out of here anyways. And I just want to say, thank you, everybody who came through. And I have to give everybody one of these or something. Let me see. What do we have here? I have to give everybody who came through and hung out the whole time, I got to give you one of these.
Thank you.
Straight to the point. Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate all of you. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace. Peace. Work.